World-Defying Dan God Chapter 5041, Outside the Magic City. The Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower was originally created by the Xuanzu and demon ancestors of Daishan, and was later taken over and transformed by the Temple of Time. Chen Shang guessed that the transformation process of the Temple of Time might have been created by combining the Immortal War profound demon pagodas of multiple time periods. Because he remembered that the people in the Temple of Time had said before that there were several Gong Baihe in the Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower, and only one survived in the end. The Temple of Time created the Immortal War profound demon pagoda in this way, but was unable to control it later, causing this confusion. Chen Shang now also understands that the Temple of Time just likes to combine multiple different timelines, and then use this to achieve the so-called creation, which also causes a lot of confusion. Mr. Shen, we are now following the Great Dragon Ancestor, and we are going to the Demon Ancestor's Six Paths Demon City. Daling She informed Chen Shang of this important news through a communication talisman, and at the same time was a little worried. I don't know if this trip is dangerous or not. There must be danger, Chen Shang said. The Demon Ancestor has seen this kind of chaos, and he is even more eager to improve his strength, and the Six Path Demon City is his territory. The Great Dragon Ancestor seems to have to fight to the death. Daling She said, because the Great Dragon Ancestor decided to save the Little Dragon Ancestor. You must know that Da Longzhu beat Xiao Longzhu before, and now the reason why he wants to save Xiao Longzhu is that he hopes to become stronger through Xiao Longzhu. The Great Dragon Ancestor has realized that if he wants to become stronger in a short time, he can only use fusion. Senior Sister Xiao Shui, I suspect that those powerful time cultivators made themselves stronger through fusion. Chen Shang said. They entered multiple worlds with different timelines, found the same self, and then what did they use? Means to devour the opponent. I know myself best, and the other party's soul and body are not too repulsive, so it is easy to achieve a perfect fusion. Of course, this is just Chen Zhang's guess. Junior brother, can you lock our location by sensing our messenger? Daling She asked. If you can find the Six Paths Demon City. Yes, Chen Shang said. Okay. See you in the Six Paths Magic City. Daling She said. The current Chen Shang already has the strength to save Xiao Yaozu. Gong Baihe, the Monkey King and the Golden Monkey beside him, as well as Huo Yongfei and his brothers, although they are not the powerhouses of the Heavenly Ancestor, their combined strength is comparable to that of the Heavenly Ancestor. They are at least at the level of Emperor Venerable, especially the Monkey King, Golden Monkey, and Gong Baihe. They are still powerful ancient beasts. Of course, Chen Zhang's own strength is also unfathomable. He has many powerful fates. In addition, his Six Paths Divine Mirror has obtained the Immortal War Profound Demon Pagoda, which is a huge improvement compared to before. As long as Xiao Yaozu and Xiao Longzhu are rescued, Chen Shang can leave Daishan immediately. Although this place is rich in resources, it is also very dangerous and chaotic. Because in the world-defying universe, chaos began to appear. For example, in the two-layer universe, the two-star domains where the 100 Flowers Temple and the world-defying temple were located were chaotic in time, resulting in the Heaven Jade domain spirit being unable to break the seal. Chen Shang quickly locked the location of Daling She, and then controlled the Six Paths Divine Mirror to jump in space. In the blink of an eye, Chen Shang came to the outside of the Six Paths Demon City. The Six Paths Magic City is above the Six Paths Magic Mirror, and the whole city is black. The Six Paths Magic Mirror became very huge, and what surprised Chen Shang was that this Six Path Magic Mirror looked very similar to the Six Paths Magic Mirror. It's all hexagonal mirrors. Chen Shang only knew that this Six Path Magic Mirror was the power of the Demon Ancestor, and other people didn't know much about the Six Path Magic Mirror. Gong Baihe and the others have been trapped in the Immortal War Mysterious Demon Tower for many years, and they also yearn for the outside world. Although Daishan is now in chaos, there is still a very beautiful starry sky here, and the beautiful galaxy formed by the stars also makes them feel very shocked. And the huge city flying in front of them also amazes them again and again. We're going in to save people, Chen Shang said. It looks like a very dangerous place. Huo Yongfei said. It's really dangerous, there is a very strong guy inside, called Demon Ancestor. But we just need to rescue people. Let others handle the matter of dealing with Demon Ancestor, Chen Shang said. In fact, there are not only Demon Ancestors here, but Zan Ancestors are also a powerful enemy. You must know that Xiao Yishan's Xuanzu is very likely to merge with Daxuanzu, so the current Xuanzu is very likely to be very strong. If the demon ancestor didn't have the Six Paths magic mirror, he might not be able to beat Zan ancestor. Chen Shang found a dragon-headed ship in the distance. He knew it was Longzhu's ship at a glance. He flew over immediately and contacted Dalingxie and their daughters. I'm nearby, you haven't entered the Six Paths Demon City, that's great, let's discuss how to save people in advance. Chen Shang said. Afterwards, Dalingxie and the others communicated with the Great Dragon Ancestor, and the Great Dragon Ancestor very much welcomed Chen Shang to board the boat. Chen Shang immediately controlled the Six Paths Divine Mirror to teleport over and landed directly on the deck of the dragon-headed giant ship. Great Dragon Ancestor and Xiaolong Ancestor are exactly the same, both are old men. It's just that the Big Dragon Ancestor looks more powerful than the Small Dragon Ancestor. After all, he is stronger and has a stronger momentum. Seeing that Chen Shang returned safely, and he also brought a few strong men, the Great Dragon Ancestor knew that Chen Shang had a wonderful experience in the Immortal War Profound Demon Pagoda. Senior Great Dragon Ancestor, it's great to meet you here, Chen Shang said with a smile. Little brother, your previous performance in the Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower is really unforgettable. Dalongzhu also laughed and said, go, please come inside. The Great Dragon Ancestor is indeed very powerful. The Monkey King, Golden Monkey, Huo Yongfei and Gong Baihe all felt a terrifying pressure. This kind of momentum makes them quite uncomfortable. Mei Tianyao and the others saw that Gong Baihe was standing very close to Chen Shang, so they knew that the relationship between the two was not normal. They all scolded a few words in their hearts, Chen Shang, this little rascal, even when they participated in the Immortal Battle Conference, they didn't forget to mess with flowers. Gong Baihe saw Guolingxie and the others, and subconsciously thought they were Chen Zhang's women. She also smiled politely. Chen Shang had told her before that he had too many women to remember. Guolingxie and the others also responded with polite smiles. After all, they and Chen Shang are only brothers and sisters. Although they are familiar with each other, they have not reached the level of relationship between Gong Baihe and Chen Shang. When he came to the hall, Chen Shang went straight to the point and said, Senior Dalongzhu, what is the biggest obstacle to entering the Six Paths Demon City to save people? Of course it's the Demon Ancestor. And Zan Ancestor. The two Zan Ancestors are very likely to merge. The Great Dragon Ancestor said, if the Demon Ancestor didn't have the Six Paths Magic Mirror, I'm afraid he wouldn't be able to hold the Zan Ancestor down. So, if we want to save people, we must first suppress the Ancestors and the Ancestors. This is too difficult. Dalingxie shook his head. The Demon Ancestor wants to eat me, no matter how difficult it is, I have to get on it. The Great Dragon Ancestor smiled indifferently, just die. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5042, Divine Tower Broken Mirror. There are Demon Ancestors and Zan Ancestors in the Six Paths Demon City, and their strength is above the Great Dragon Ancestor. If you want to delay them, you really can only rely on the Great Dragon Ancestor to go up and work hard. Chen Shang must rescue Xiao Yaozhu and Xiao Longzhu in a very short time. I can forcibly increase my strength by a large margin, but it can last for a very short period of time. Once the time limit expires, I will lose the ability to fight. Da Longzhu said. So during this period of time, it's up to you. Yes. Great Dragon Ancestor, how long did you last? Chen Shang asked. I'm not sure. It depends on the specific battle situation, in short, it won't be long, so you should hurry up. Da Longzhu said, if I can't hold it any longer, I will send a signal in advance and give you the last time to escape. As long as I send a signal that no matter whether you succeed or not, you must withdraw. When the time comes, the Emperor will participate. Dalingxie said, we can also block it. Brother Monkey King, Brother Jin Monkey, Elder Huo. When the time comes, you will also fight against those emperors. Chen Shang said, with you joining us, you can delay them for a while. Okay, the Monkey King nodded. Although they didn't know the specific situation, they all owed Chen Zhang's favor, so they had to help Chen Shang. They probably know now that Dalongzhu wants to entangle two very powerful enemies. This level of enemies, the Monkey King and the others can't beat them at all, so they don't need them, as long as they fight against the emperors. By the way, what about your disciples of the Yishan Dragon Gate? Have you returned to the Yishan Dragon Gate? Chen Shang asked. No, they were all taken away by the Time Monks. Da Longzhu said. When they were practicing in the Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower, they got the help of the Time Monks. This should be the price they need to pay. Those sect disciples were taken away. Chen Shang couldn't understand. The sect disciples are not particularly powerful, why can they all become time cultivators? Or, to become a time cultivator does not need to be particularly strong. He suspected that the disciples of the sect were inside the Immortal War Profound Demon Pagoda, maybe they absorbed some power so they could become time cultivators. Longzhu, I've been waiting for you for a long time. This was the voice of the demon ancestor, which sounded flat and without any emotion. The demon ancestor also seems to know why the great dragon ancestor came. Brother Mozu, don't you welcome me? Longzhu responded immediately, his voice was hearty and he seemed to be in a good mood. Longzhu, are you here today to save another Longzhu? Xuanzu sneered. You have inquired about the whereabouts of that guy many times before, presumably to save him, right? How do you feel when you two Xuanzu fit together? Longzhu laughed a few times and said, to be honest, I also want to fit in with the other self, and I hope Brother Mozu will be successful. Longzhu, you are confused. Another demon ancestor from another heaven has died. Brother demon ancestor can't fit in with another self. How dare you think about such a thing? Zhanzu smiled. But brother demon ancestor, there is a way to merge with the other dragon ancestor. The other dragon ancestor is mine. After the great dragon ancestor finished speaking, he turned into a golden light and went out through the space. There was a dragon roar from outside. Let's act now, Chen Shang shouted. Sister He, you follow me. Okay. Gong Baihei's voice fell, his body flashed with white light, and a very powerful momentum erupted. Guo Lingshe and the others knew that Gong Baihei was not weak, but they didn't expect it to be so strong. Seeing that she was following to protect Chen Shang, they were more relieved. Chen Shang did not let Gong Baihei fight against those emperors, but also hoped that she would stay by his side to protect him. Gong Baihei was not only able to eat the divine elixir that Chen Shang had refined on a regular basis, but also cultivated together with Chen Shang in the heavenly jade space for many days, and his cultivation improved by leaps and bounds. After they flew out of the huge dragon boat, they saw the dragon ancestor transformed into a half-dragon and half-human state, huge in size, covered in golden dragon scales, holding a dragon-headed sword, and fighting with the demon ancestor Xuanzu. At this time, the four emperors rushed in from multiple directions, because they had received the task of the Temple of Time, to get rid of a Guo Lingshe and a charming heaven demon. Go! Huo Yongfei shouted, and then rushed to an emperor with his younger brothers. The bodies of the Monkey King and the Golden Monkey suddenly swelled up, turned into giant apes, and rushed towards an emperor. The two Guo Lingshes and the two charming heavenly demons also attacked the same emperor. The most powerful force of Great Yishan is also fighting at this time. Chen Shang led Gong Baihei to the Six Paths Demon City. When he came to the top of the Six Paths Demon City, he felt a very powerful enchantment. The demon ancestor also noticed that Chen Shang and Gong Baihei were approaching, and sneered in the distance, stupid thing. The defense of the Six Paths Magic City comes from the Six Paths Magic Mirror. How can a cat and a dog break it? Xuanzu, who was fighting, also laughed. If it is the previous Chen Shang, there is really no way. After coming to the vicinity of the Six Paths Magic City, Chen Shang realized that the Six Paths Magic Mirror is not simple, and there is a very high possibility that there is a big mother source inside. Although the Six Paths Magic Mirror is also very strong, if you use all your strength, it will be difficult to break through the Six Path Magic Mirror's defense. Fortunately, he later got the Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower. Just try that tower. Chen Shang took a deep breath, and then started to control the Immortal War Profound Demon Tower inside the Six Paths Divine Mirror. After he established contact with the Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower, he released the Six Paths Divine Mirror. The Six Paths Divine Mirror was suspended above the Six Paths Magic City, and then suddenly became very huge, much larger than the Six Paths Magic City below. The Six Paths Magic City above the Six Paths Magic Mirror is pitch black, but at this moment it is illuminated by the mirror surface of the Six Paths Magic Mirror, and a golden light appears. As that, another 6 magic mirrors. Demon Ancestor said in surprise, he never thought such a thing would happen. Brother Mozu, hurry up. Xuanzu said solemnly after realizing that something was wrong. But the Great Dragon Ancestor would not let him pass. Now the Great Dragon Ancestor uses secret techniques to forcibly improve his own cultivation, and he can block the Demon Ancestor. Come out. Chen Shang let out a low roar, and the mirror surface of the Six Paths Divine Mirror suddenly flashed, shooting golden light towards the bottom. I saw a golden square tower with many thick branches and leaves falling from the Six Path Mirror. Boom! After the Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower appeared, it suddenly fell, directly smashing the barrier of the 6 magic mirrors, and the entire 6 magic city collapsed in an instant. The demon ancestor who was about to rush over was shocked by the shock wave that was blown away. Boom! After the Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower fell, there was another violent vibration. Everything on the 6 magic mirrors was instantly smoothed out. Such a movement also shocked Long Zhu and others. The power that Chen Shang has mastered is far stronger than they imagined. Sister Mirror. Chen Shang called out to Sister Xiaojing with his divine sense. I found them. Sister Xiaojing was looking for Xiao Yaozhu and Xiao Longzhu just now, and if they found them normal, she released the power of space and moved them out. The 6 magic mirrors were attacked twice by the Shenzhen Zan Demon Tower, and they were very unstable in all aspects. Therefore, Sister Xiaojing sensed Longzhu and Yaozhu sealed in the 6 magic mirrors, and immediately locked them and moved the space. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5043, Return Home. Although the Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower has appeared, it is very different from the original Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower. It looks like a big tree with a rectangular trunk. In the distance, the Monkey King, who thought he was fighting with the Emperor, was very clear that this was the breath of the divine tree in the town. He also doesn't know what's going on, why the divine tree in town appears in this form. But he immediately thought that it was most likely related to Chen Shang. The power of the Shenzhen Profound Demon Pagoda is very powerful, and Chen Shang has not been able to use it yet, so he can only use the Shenzhen Profound Demon Pagoda to smash it, so as to shock the powerful power. Chen Shang immediately put away the Immortal War Profound Demon Pagoda, and then ran away with Gong Baihe. Because the demon ancestor already hates him so much, it is very likely that he will use all means to attack him. As soon as the little dragon ancestor came out, he immediately flew to the big dragon ancestor, and then with a loud roar, he turned into a ball of golden light and attached to the big dragon ancestor. Seeing this scene, Chen Shang immediately guessed that the great dragon ancestor and the little dragon ancestor had actually been in secret contact all the time. I don't know how they got in touch. They should have communicated very early, so they can cooperate like this now. The 2 dragon ancestors began to fuse. Although they have not yet fully fused, they have burst into a powerful momentum at this moment. The demon ancestor and Zan ancestor who fought with dragon ancestor were caught by dragon ancestor's huge dragon claws at this moment. Bastard! Zan Zhu was furious. He didn't expect Long Zhu, who had not yet fully integrated, to be so strong. Brother, hurry up! Sister Xiaojing suddenly shouted. Take the 6 magic mirrors. I need your cooperation. Ah, how to cooperate? Chen Shang also realized that now is indeed a good opportunity. Demon ancestor was entangled by dragon ancestor, he must have been distracted. After Xiao Yaozhu came out, he also went to help Long Zhu, and it was even more impossible for Demon Zhu to withdraw. You use the 9 treasures divine air formation and your space life force. Sister Xiaojing said. We will use powerful space power to lock the 6 magic mirrors, and then move them into the 6 magic mirrors and seal them. Okay. Chen Shang started immediately. 9 space pearls flew out and suddenly became huge, surrounding the 6 magic mirrors. Open. Chen Shang opened the 9 treasures divine space formation to form a large space formation. And the mirror surface of the 6 magic mirrors in the sky began to rotate, generating a strong phagocytic force. After locking the 6 magic mirrors, it began to devour. This thing is resisting me. Sister Xiaojing said, I need a little time. Chen Shang gritted his teeth and released the Immortal War Profound Demon Tower again. Under the control of Chen Shang, the huge Immortal War Profound Demon Pagoda flew up from the bottom, hit the 6 magic mirrors, and pushed the 6 magic mirrors in the sky with great force. Stop! Demon Ancestor roared angrily. Just after he finished shouting, the 6-path magic mirror was pushed into the 6-path magic mirror by the Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower. It's done, Sister Xiaojing said excitedly. Withdraw. Chen Shang hurriedly put away the divine mirror of 6 paths and the Immortal War Profound Demon Pagoda, and then immediately pulled Gong Baihe into the Tianquan space. At the same time, the demon ancestor forced a space jump and came to the position where Chen Shang was just now. I saw a burst of red light flashing on the abdomen of the demon ancestor, causing a super energy shock. If Chen Shang had run slower, the wave just now would have been finished. I remember Sister Mei said that the demon ancestor in Shaoyishan seems to be a woman. Chen Shang hid in the Tianquan space and asked in doubt, why is this demon ancestor in Daishan a man? In Shaoyishan, charming heavenly demon has obtained the inheritance of the demon ancestor, That is, the demon heart heavenly soul secret art. Chen Shang also immediately realized that there is such a huge difference between the two demon ancestors of Daishan and Shaoyishan. This shows that it was very likely that someone had interfered in the past, so there was a situation of one man and one woman. Demon ancestor and Zan ancestor are still very strong. Although the demon ancestor did not have the 6 magic mirrors, but with his powerful strength, after joining forces with Xuanzu, he was able to suppress Xiaoyaozu and Longzu. Although the current dragon ancestor has not yet been fully integrated, his strength is also very powerful. Withdraw. Longzu shouted to Xiaoyaozu, let's go. Demon ancestor and Zan ancestor don't want to fight anymore, because if they fight, they will lose both. And now there are many messy beasts and monsters in Yishan, some of which are still at the ancestor level. If they are injured, it will be difficult to suppress those things. Chen Shang has already been hiding, the demon ancestor can't find where Chen Shang is. Tianxuan space is still very strong, after Chen Shang hid in, no aura leaked out. The Tianxuan space was originally embedded in the space of the Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower, but it was later taken out by Chen Shang and stored in the 6 Paths Divine Mirror. When he needs it, just open the space crack and let the Tianxuan space out. When he saw the demon ancestor walking away, he took Gong Baihe out of it. Let's leave Yishan quickly, Chen Shang said. We have to return to the world-defying universe as soon as possible. Otherwise, the Temple of Time will soon come to correct us. The 2 Guolingshes and the 2 charming heavenly demons are not allowed in the Temple of Time. What's more, the dragon ancestor is so powerful, and the 2 dragon ancestors are fused together, and they are not bound by the Temple of Time, which is also something that the Temple of Time does not allow. Chen Shang released the divine mirror of 6 paths and asked everyone to stand up. Senior Longzu, your alien dragon gate. Chen Shang said. Don't say it, the Tianlong ancestral star is gone. Longzu shook his head and smiled and said, besides, I am now your friend, and the other half of me also yearns for the world-defying universe. Let's go. After the souls of the big dragon ancestor and the little dragon ancestor merged with each other, they also knew about the world-defying universe. Then let's go, let's go. Chen Shang opened the 6 Paths Divine Mirror for space jump, and in the blink of an eye, he came to the outside of the world-defying universe. The world-proud universe was knocked out by a number of different universes before, but now it has almost been repaired, and there is still a small crack that is slowly healing. Chen Shang controlled the divine mirror of 6 paths to fly in through the crack, and wanted to see the strength of the space here at close range. He remembered that before Emperor Guiyuan entered the world-defying universe mightily. In the world-defying universe, there are heavenly jade domain spirits guarding. Chen Shang is still very relieved, and during the time he left, the heavenly jade star domain is also helping the creatures become stronger. When the divine mirror of 6 paths flew through the gap, it could be seen that the walls of the space were very thick and sturdy. Finally going to return to the world-defying universe, Chen Shang is very excited. After entering the world-defying universe, he saw a bright light in the distance, which was the Tianxuan star field in the depths of the world-defying universe. Tianxuan star field has gathered a large number of stars and stars around it before, forming a very powerful star field, and the light it emits is also very bright. Dad, you're finally back. This was the voice from Shen Yuanxin. She could sense Chen Zhang's return. Little Yuan Xin, how about the star territory where the world-defying temple and the 100 Flowers temple are located? Chen Shang asked. Dad, the second-level universe has been invaded. Shen Yuanxin said in frustration, I'm really useless. World-defying Dan God Chapter 5044, Chaos Invasion. Before Chen Shang left the world-defying universe, he learned that there was some kind of mysterious force intruding into the second-level universe, so it caused a big problem in the star field where the world-defying temple and the 100 Flowers temple were located, and the seal could not be lifted for a long time. Chen Shang was not surprised at all when he learned that the double universe was out of control. That power obviously came from the Temple of Time, so it was normal that Shen Yuanxin couldn't deal with it. Even the mighty cosmic space like Great Yishan was messed up by the Temple of Time. In the Immortal War Profound Demon Pagoda, Chen Shang had seen the power of the Temple of Time, and knew that the Temple of Time had a superb ability to create chaos. As long as the Temple of Time interfered, it would become very chaotic. The current Great Yishan, because of the chaos created by the fusion of the 2 Yishans, has caused many disasters, and many creatures have died tragically. Don't be afraid, Xiao Yuanxin, Dad is back now, I will definitely be able to settle it. Chen Shang controlled the Six Paths Divine Mirror to perform a long-distance space jump and came to the center of the Tianquan Star region. In the center of Tianquan Star region, Chen Shang contacted his mother Guan Yiyu. "Auntie, during this time, what's going on in the world-defying universe?" "Yes, remember the Six Soul Palace and the Life Soul Palace?" Guan Yiyu said. "These guys are making trouble everywhere." "Ah, are they inside the Star Territory, or outside?" Chen Shang felt a little bad when he heard that the Six Soul Palace and the Fate Soul Palace were revived. The Six Soul Palace and the Fate Soul Palace are local forces that are very familiar with the world-defying universe. The reason why they can resurface is that there must be external forces to support them. Either the Guiyuan Emperor, or the Temple of Time. Yes, they are making chaos everywhere in the Tianquan Star Territory. Because they are all small targets, it is not easy for the Tianquan Territory spirit to target them. Guan Yiyu gritted his teeth and said, "These guys have been destroying Tianquan Star Domain, want to destroy Tianquan Star Domain. Have their forces expanded?" Chen Shang asked. "Not at all. There are 3 elders, Ying Kuang, Zhang Wei and Su Quan. They have all cultivated many fates. They have been responsible for attacking the Six Soul Palace and the Life Soul Palace for many days." Guan Yiyu said. "By the way, there is also the god of Tao creation, and he also appears to help us from time to time. It's good to have them here." Chen Shang felt much more relieved. They have now become elders, and they are also the main forces protecting the world-defying universe and the heavenly Jade Star Territory. Chen Shang soon came to Shenkanxing, and Guan Yiyu was waiting for him here. When she learned that Chen Shang brought many friends, she also sent someone to arrange accommodation. Guan Yiyu only knew that Chen Shang had left the world-defying universe, and he didn't know where he went, but the friends that Chen Shang brought back this time have a very high level of cultivation. Although Guan Yiyu couldn't see through their cultivation, she knew that 1 or 2 were very powerful. When she saw Chen Shang brought back a few beauties, she was also scolding her son in her heart, and flirting with flowers outside. Chen Shang also secretly explained by voice transmission, telling her that only Gong Baihe has a relationship with him, and the others can only be regarded as friends. However, Guan Yiyu thought that Xiao Yaozu and Guo Lingshe, their masters and apprentices, had an unclear relationship with Chen Shang. Da Lingshe and Da Tianyao, they also regard Xiao Yaozu as their master now, because in their eyes, Xiao Yaozu and Daozu are no different, and they are also very good to them. Chen Shang told Gong Baihe and Guo Lingshe in advance that they were going to see his mother, otherwise they would definitely misunderstand the relationship between Guan Yiyu and Chen Shang. Chen Shang also secretly explained that this gave him a bit of a headache. Knowing that Chen Shang was back, Ying Kuang and the others hurried back. Chen Shang had told Long Zhu Yaozu and the others before that if he wanted to stay in the world-defying universe, he had to do his best to protect this place. Ying Kuang and the others have been in charge of the protection of the world-defying universe these days, not only to catch the Hall of Fate and 6 souls but also to beware of Emperor Guiyuan. Guiyuan Emperor Zun has been wandering around the world-defying universe these days. He did not enter the range of Tianquan Star Territory, and could only try to break through in various ways. It is not to create Xie Ziayu, but to create a dark ancestor, and want to open a gap to enter Tianquan Xingyu to make chaos. Chen Shang still had to deal with the second dimension, so he stayed for a while and then slipped away without taking Gong Baihe with him. Before he left, he also instructed Guan Yiyu to take good care of Gong Baihe, saying that it was her daughter-in-law. Guan Yiyu glared at Chen Shang lightly, and could only agree. She really wanted to know how many daughters-in-law she had. Every time Chen Shang came back from a trip, he would always bring back some people. It's just that she brought back too many beauties this time, so she had to wonder. After Chen Shang left, he immediately went to contact Tianquan Yuling. "Tianquan, I'm back. Great Yishan is very chaotic." "No, it's very chaotic everywhere except the world-defying universe." Chen Shang said. "We must be steady here. The world-defying universe has begun to be in chaos. The second dimension has been infiltrated by the time monks." Tianquan Yuling said. "I can't do anything, their power is too strange, it is impossible to guard against it." "How is the Star Territory where world-defying temple and 100 Flowers Temple are located now? Can you unblock it?" Chen Shang asked. "No," Tianquan Yuling sighed. "It could have been possible, but, after the time cultivator intervenes, it will be difficult for me to unblock it. You must know that the current Tianquan domain spirit has a mother source, and it is also a very powerful mother source. Even if it can't do it, it can only show that the Temple of Time is really too strong. How did they penetrate into the double universe? That's very solid. Chen Shang couldn't understand. No, the current world-defying universe is stronger than the second dimension. Because the second dimension does not have the heavenly jade star territory, nor the mother source, said the heavenly jade domain spirit. These words reminded Chen Shang. Just because there is Tianquan star territory, so Guiyuan Emperor can't do anything. The double space is only very hidden and not solid. After the Temple of Time is discovered, it is really easy to infiltrate. The dual space of the world-defying universe also needs a powerful star field. Chen Shang also considered this matter before, that is, to pass the assessment of the Immortal Battle Conference, and then get the reward of the star field, and give the entire super star field to the double universe space. However, at the end of the Immortal War Conference, such a thing happened, and his previous plan was shattered. However, there are indeed many stars in that big different sky, and there are also many star fields. Although it is chaotic now, it is not a problem to go there to collect stars to refine the mother source or something. Tianquan, can you speed up the repair of the space gap? Chen Shang asked. We have more and more powerful enemies. Okay, Tianquan Yuling said. I will fix it as soon as possible. It will be difficult to bump it away next time. I'll leave the outside affairs to you. Chen Shang said, I'll go to the second layer space. Chen Shang can directly jump into the space now, he must solve the double space thing as soon as possible. He didn't have the ability to solve it before, but now it's different. He has cultivated the fate of time and space, coupled with the possession of the Immortal War Profound Demon Tower, he has enough power to solve these problems. Do you like this site? Donate here. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5045, Looted. As soon as Chen Zhang's consciousness cooperates with the space life, he can immediately sense the existence of the second dimension of the world-defying universe. He can directly jump into the second dimension without using the six-path divine mirror. As soon as he entered the second dimension, he immediately felt that something was wrong, because the situation here was worse than he imagined. Shen Yuanxin has completely lost control of the second-level space, because the entire second-level space is shrouded by other laws and powers, and the laws of the Great Tao that operate here are very unfamiliar to Chen Shang. Even the time inside is not familiar to Chen Shang. Little Yuanxin, Chen Shang called out to this special daughter, but he couldn't get in touch. What's the matter? Could it be that the connection is lost? Chen Shang closed his eyes, sensed the first layer of the world-defying universe, and immediately jumped out. He can now jump back and forth between the first and second space, which is relatively easy. Little Yuanxin, Chen Shang used his divine sense to shout again. Dad, what's the matter? Shen Yuanxin asked. Ah, Xiao Yuanxin, I called you in the second dimension just now, didn't you hear it? Chen Shang asked. Tianquan and I are isolated. We are completely lost, Shen Yuanxin said with guilt. I really didn't expect those guys to be so powerful. It's okay, I will retake it. Chen Shang said. I'll go in now, I'll leave the outside to you. Got it. Shen Yuanxin was worried about being blamed by Chen Shang before, but fortunately Chen Shang didn't, so she was quite happy. My good old man, you have to be careful yourself, those guys are very evil. Quote. Don't worry, I will definitely take care of them. Chen Shang entered the second dimension again, and even Shen Yuanxin and Tianquan domain spirit were isolated from the outside. It can be seen how strong this double space is after the transformation, and it has such a powerful force that the double space is separated from the first space. Brother, they should be trying to take away the double space. Sister Xiaojing said. Only the Temple of Time has this kind of strength, and they must have done it. It's all changed here. Chen Shang looked into the depths of the second dimension, and there were also many starlights. The dual dimension is also a very huge universe, and there are also a large number of stars and so on. Even if a very huge star field enters the double space, it will not take up much space. Brother, the star territory where the world-defying temple and the 100 Flowers temple are located is gone. Sister Xiaojing said. My world-defying cosmos map has recorded the star positions in the double space, and many of the stars in it have changed their positions. How many are there? A star field disappeared directly. There's no reason, the Temple of Time is too much, to actually steal my star territory. Chen Shang was very angry. What time and space are these guys in, right? I'll go there sooner or later. Chen Shang himself is very short of star fields, and he is trying to collect more stars, but now he has been taken away by 2 large star fields, he can't bear it. Look around, I want to see what those guys are doing in here. Chen Shang stood on the divine mirror of 6 paths and flew, and at the same time, he used the space life to shake out his divine consciousness, covering a larger area, which could speed up the efficiency of Chen Zhang's investigation. His uncles, not a single star is left. Chen Shang became more and more angry, because he flew a long distance, but he didn't see a single star. Although there is light inside, those lights penetrated from the first layer of space. From a distance, it looked like a large nebula, but Chen Shang approached to investigate and found that there were no stars. It's gone. Chen Shang stopped and looked at this empty double space, his heart was bleeding. Who the ***** looted? The 2-layer space was built by Shen Yuanxin very hard. Over the years, a little bit of stars have been created, but now there are no more. Shen Yuanxin also blamed herself for this. Chen Shang thought of how sad this cute little daughter would be if she knew that the second dimension was looted. Xiao Yuanxin's many years of hard work are gone. Sister Xiao Jing was also very angry. She was Shen Yuanxin's aunt after all. Thinking of the sad look of that cute little girl, she became even more angry. Who did it in the end? Chen Shang must find the culprit. He then began to search carefully with little sister Xiao Jing, trying to find something through clues. They searched the double space for more than 10 days, but found nothing, no trace. Chen Shang has made plans to stay here for a long time, he must find clues. Secondary space has been invaded, they won't just give up. Chen Shang said. They must be hiding. To be able to hide in the double dimension, it must have mastered a very clever space method. At this time, Chen Shang suddenly remembered that Huo Yongfei had given him a space secret technique. Huo Yongfei said that the space secret technique was handed down by his ancestors, and Huo Yongfei came from the Temple of Time in the ancient time and space. If the upper-level space is really looted by the Temple of Time, Huo Yongfei's study of the Huo family's space secrets may be rewarding. Chen Shang stood on the divine mirror of 6 paths, and then opened the time domain. Those space secret techniques are very profound, and Chen Shang also needs a long time to learn and comprehend. He has studied carefully in the time domain for 2 years, and he has only mastered the content of the first article. The main thing is to tell how to discover and sense various space forces or something. Chen Shang himself was also confused, because it was too profound, and many related theories were never heard of by him. Fortunately, his comprehension is very high, and he can comprehend something, which has given him a great improvement. Chen Shang digested the content of the first chapter, and then cooperated with his own mind and eyes to use the space secret technique. After he opened his mind and eyes, he could see that there were many layers in the pitch-black double space. The spaces here are layered on top of each other, and they rise and fall like a slight ocean wave. He looked into the distance, and suddenly saw that the space layer had collapsed, as if a deep concave circular pit had been pressed by a giant round object. That's where the stars used to be. Although the stars are gone, because those stars are very heavy, they once caused the space to sink. After Chen Shang learned the space secret technique, he could see the time intuitively. As long as I look at these stars with time, maybe I can see what happened in the past. Chen Shang immediately approached one of the pits, and let the power of time fate to cooperate. Before long, he saw that the pit once had a large red star. He can now look back at what happened here. He soon saw a crack appear near the huge red star, and it didn't take long for the red star to fall into the space crack. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 5046, Star Field Shift. Is that how the stars were robbed? Chen Zhang's scalp was numb after seeing this method. If it's just to do this to a star, it's nothing. And all the stars here are gone, which shows that this kind of power is very great. It was at almost the same time that the stars of the double dimension were taken away. Chen Shang already has clues. Although the space crack that appeared has been repaired, after Chen Shang used the Huo family space secret technique, he could clearly see the opening of the space crack. Although it seems to have healed, there are still traces. As long as there are traces, as long as it is not completely healed, then Chen Shang can open the cracks in the space again. There is something in the Huo family's space secret technique. Chen Shang just learned a little, and he has gained such a big gain, and there are many more chapters to come. Just when Chen Shang was about to open the cracks in the space, a strange feeling suddenly struck, making his back feel cold. Chen Shang suddenly shouted, because he could sense what powerful soul was locking him. It's me, what's wrong? A cold voice entered Chen Zhang's mind, and it turned out to be the voice of Great Yaozu. Sister Daozu, it turns out that it's you. You scared me. Chen Shang breathed a sigh of relief. I thought I was being targeted by something dangerous again. The space you are in at this time is very special. Why are you in this space? Asked Daozu. Ah, where is it in particular? Chen Shang hurriedly asked. Dao ancestor was sealed in a space, and Chen Shang couldn't find her. The space you are in seems to be connected to the Great Yishan and Tianghu time and space, but the connecting channel has not been opened. Daozu said. What is going on in this place? Chen Shang was very shocked when he heard that Tianghu time and space and Daishin were actually connected to the second dimension of world-defying universe. Doesn't that mean that the ancient time and space can be connected to the double dimension? If they go a step further, they will be able to directly enter the proud world super universe. Da Yaozu, this place was originally mine. Chen Shang said, I don't know what happened, but it became like this. Afterwards, Chen Shang simply told Dao ancestor about the double universe. So it is. It seems that the Temple of Time wants to enter the world-defying universe through the double space. Said Daozu, you must not let them succeed. You must stop them now. Once they succeed, the world-defying universe will merge into Tianghu. Within the limits of time and space. What? Chen Shang was shocked. It is the Tao law of the ancient time and space, which will penetrate into the world-defining universe, and then make the world-defining universe and the ancient time and space maintain the same cultivation method. Daozu said. So we must prevent such a thing from happening, otherwise the world-defining universe will be it's going to be very confusing. These asterisk bastards. Chen Shang scolded in a low voice, I can't find where their people are now. I can't do anything about this kind of thing. Because I'm still sealed, I can't get out at all. You need to think of a way yourself. Said Daozu. Okay, I'll figure it out myself. Chen Shang was walking back and forth on the divine mirror of 6 paths, thinking of a way in a hurry. Sister Jing, do you think we can connect with the Great Yishan? Chen Shang suddenly thought of something, and said, the Great Yishan has a large number of star fields. As long as the 6 paths divine mirror is large enough, it can cover the entire star field. Brother, what do you want to do? Sister Xiaojing said in surprise. I want to enlarge the 6 paths divine mirror, and then form a space gate. After this gate is opened, it will connect to the star field of the big difference, and then swallow all the formation of the star field. Chen Shang said. The big difference if the star field of the sky is moved in, if the time cultivator finds it, he will definitely come and take a look. There are a large number of star fields in the Great Yishan, even if Chen Shang goes along a little, it will not have any effect. Chen Shang did what he thought of, and then immediately started to cooperate with little sister Xiaojing to magnify the 6-path mirror. Brother, the 6 magic mirrors have been in Daishin for many years, so I can use the 6 magic mirrors to sense the star field of Daishin. Sister Xiaojing giggled. That guy, the demon ancestor, also uses the 6 magic mirrors to record everything about Daishin. Sister Jing, are you in complete control of the 6 magic mirrors now? Chen Shang asked. I'm in complete control. The 6 magic mirrors have been refined by me, and they belong to us completely. Sister Xiaojing said with a smile. With the power of the 6 magic mirrors, we can easily open the way to the great heaven. Door. With the cooperation of Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing, the 6-path divine mirror that became incomparably huge, the mirror surface began to rippling. After the wave swayed, a very beautiful disc-shaped huge star field appeared on the mirror surface. This snow-white one was very beautiful. Can you get them all? Chen Shang was in the Immortal War Profound Demon Pagoda before. He originally thought that if he rushed to the front, there would be rewards and he could get the star field. Later, due to a change, the Immortal War Conference could not continue. He has always felt sorry for this, but now that he saw the star field in the different sky, he immediately wanted to make up for his regret. It should be fine, let's start. Sister Xiaojing said with a smile. Brother, the reason why Xiao Yuanxin lost control of this place is because there are no stars in it. Did she rely on the stars to control the second dimension? Chen Shang said in surprise. Yes, as long as there are more stars, whoever is the master of the second dimension. Sister Xiaojing said. There are no stars now, so everyone is ownerless. That's great, I will create a big star field now. Chen Shang said. Even if it is the Temple of Time, there will be no way to take this big star field. While speaking, the huge six-path divine mirror swirled, and then projected the star field of the great different heaven into it. This is also a kind of space secret technique. After Chen Shang mastered it, Sister Xiaojing also mastered it immediately. Gradually, a huge white star field appeared. And Chen Shang immediately entered the middle, released the world-proud divine furnace, and was going to refine a world-proud ancestral origin for this star region. As long as there is a world-defining ancestor, this star field is no longer extraordinary. The huge star in the center is beginning to absorb stars from all around, and is condensing the world-defining Tao seed. With the world-defining Tao seed, it is possible to refine the world-class ancestral source based on the world-defining Tao seed. Chen Shang is very experienced and proficient in this aspect. In addition, he has improved tremendously in all aspects, and can also be refined with eternal flame. As long as there is a star field here, then the next step will be much more convenient. Sister Xiaojing said, with the help of this star field, we will be able to grow rapidly, and we can also let Tianxuan Yuling and Xiao Yuanxin participate again. The second level space was disconnected from the first level space, so neither Shen Yuanxin nor Tianxuan Yuling's power could penetrate in. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 5047, Deadly Land. Chen Zhang's move was indeed very sudden. After all, no one thought that he could move a star field in such a short period of time. After moving over, Chen Shang will also create the world-defining Tao seed and the world-defying ancestral origin by the way, so that this star field will completely become the world-defying universe. Chen Shang was in the center of the star field, refining the world-defining Taoist seed, and news suddenly came from little sister Xiaojing. Brother, I sensed that a star suddenly disappeared. Sister Xiaojing said, is it taken away? Or what? I'll go take a look. As soon as Sister Xiaojing finished speaking, a graceful figure flew out from the Six Paths Divine Mirror. Sister Xiaojing also has a clone, which was made from Guolin Shui's clone before. Chen Shang couldn't walk away at this time, she could only release this avatar to investigate the situation. It didn't take long for Sister Xiaojing to hear news, saying, brother, the stars that disappeared are all huge stars like the sun. In what way did you leave? Chen Shang asked. The space here has many weak points. It should have been transformed before. Sister Xiaojing said. After the double space was taken away, it has been transformed, so the stars that appear here can easily be taken away. It can only be strengthened. Chen Shang took a deep breath, and then immediately went to contact the Heavenly Jade Domain Spirit for help. He needs the Heavenly Jade Domain Spirit to enhance the dual universe space and transform it. Then he contacted Shen Yuanxin again, told her the general situation here, and asked her to cooperate with Tianxuan Yuling to regain the double space. Shen Yuanxin and Tianxuan Yuling immediately joined in, and they could inject power into the dual universe space through the space gate of the Six Paths Divine Mirror. The power of the world-defying universe is already a lot, especially since the Heavenly Jade Star territory has the world-defying origin, it has become stronger and stronger, so in a short period of time, the entire double space has been strengthened. Gradually, Shen Yuanxin and Tianxuan Yuling returned to the double space. The Time Cultivator transformed this place into a springboard, connecting the ancient time and space with the Great Yishan. Chen Shang said, they must not be allowed to succeed. These guys are really bad. Shen Yuanxin hated them thoroughly. Next, Tianxuan Yuling and Shen Yuanxin also began to help Chen Shang refine the world-defeating Taoist. In the time domain of the Divine Mirror of Six Paths, the world-affectionate Tao seed was quickly refined, and then the world-affectionate Tao seed. Chen Shang refined the world-defying Tao seed, and this star field gradually became stronger, and was taken over by the Heavenly Jade Realm Spirit. Tianxuan Domain Spirit has rich experience in managing star fields, and it is difficult to give birth to a Domain Spirit of its level, so it is most suitable to give it to Tianxuan Domain Spirit. The next thing to do is to expand this star field. Chen Shang once again opened the space door with the help of the Six Paths Divine Mirror, and then introduced a large number of stars from Daishan. The huge space gate is like a funnel, and a large number of stars on the side of Daishan are madly pouring into the double space through the space gate at this moment. After those stars come in, they will surround the stars and then be tamed by the Heavenly Jade Domain Spirit. This will be the second floor of the world-defying universe. Chen Shang said. Now that we have experienced the test of wind and waves, we must protect this floor. The second floor also needs Tianxuan star territory. Shen Yuanxin suddenly said with guilt, Dad, I'm sorry. I couldn't be optimistic about those two-star territories. Xiao Yuanxin, the enemies you faced before were too strong, and your tactics were very clever. It's normal for you to be unable to stop them. Chen Shang said. Don't worry, I will definitely find those two-star fields. The divine mirror of 6 paths was taken back by Chen Shang, and at this time there was still a space gate, which was supported by the heavenly jade domain spirit. That space gate only allows stars to enter. If other creatures come in, they will be torn apart by the turbulent flow of the space channel. Now, the power of Tianshuan domain spirit is fully defending. Chen Shang is going to take the divine mirror of 6 paths to find the whereabouts of those two-star regions. He came to the location of the star territory where the world-defying temple was located, and then used the power of time fate to look back at the process of the disappearance of this star territory. Chen Shang opened his eyes and looked at it from a distance. Soon, he saw the star field where the world-defying temple was located. A black giant hole suddenly appeared in the center of the star field, and then all the stars in the star field poured into the black giant hole. After the black giant hole swallowed all the stars, it gradually became smaller, and then disappeared. The star field where the 100 Flowers Temple is located, the process of disappearing is the same. The other stars scattered all over the place fell into the space cracks that suddenly appeared. Actually, a huge space crack suddenly appeared. That huge black pit is a kind of space crack. After listening to what Chen Shang saw, Sister Xiaojing said. Chen Shang also learned the space secret technique of the Huo family, so that he can see the traces of the healing of the space cracks. Let's go to the space crack where the world-defying temple is located. Although it has healed, I can still see it. Chen Shang immediately made a space jump and came to the location where the space crack appeared in the star field where the world-defying temple was located. He closed his eyes and released the divine power of Tianshuan to explore and penetrate the space. Through the space secret technique of the Huo family, after Chen Zhang's space power penetrated out, he was able to find clues in the multi-layer space, and found a space path. Found it. Chen Shang immediately teleported over, but just after he passed, he felt an extremely strong pressure coming from all directions. What's the matter? Is this strong pressure everywhere? Chen Shang only felt very uncomfortable. Even if he used all kinds of power to protect himself, he couldn't resist this strange pressure. All around is a fiery red. Generally speaking, the universe is pitch dark, because there are stars that appear a little brighter. In most universes, the background plate is black. However, the universe he came to is fiery red. Although there are also a large number of stars that emit strong light, the light of these stars is far less than the fiery red background light of this universe. Walk. Chen Shang left immediately, because if he stayed inside, he couldn't support it for long. With his current cultivation base, he couldn't resist the terrifying pressure. Chen Shang returned to the second floor of the world-defying universe again. What on earth is that place? Chen Shang recalled with lingering fears, because he almost died there. No strong men threatened him, just the environment there was enough to kill him. Then go to that kind of universe-defying temple, how is it now? Chen Shang was even more worried. He plans to wait until he is ready, then go there again, and then try to contact Huang Jintian of the world-defying temple. Brother, is that the ancient time and space? Sister Xiaojing asked. I don't know. I'll ask Mr. Huo. They are time cultivators, from the ancient time and space, it's right to ask him. Chen Shang immediately took out the communication talisman and went to contact Huo Yongfei. World-defying Dan God Chapter 5048, Ancient Purgatory. Chen Shang quickly contacted Huo Yongfei and described the place he went to just now. The cosmos he entered just now has very obvious features, as if a burning cosmos. There is no darkness, only fire. When Huo Yongfei heard half of it, he exclaimed. After Chen Shang finished speaking, Huo Yongfei seemed a little scared and said, I didn't expect the legend to be true. What legend? Chen Shang had a bad feeling when he heard Huo Yongfei say this. In the legend, there is an ancient purgatory in Tianghu time and space. Huo Yongfei said. The Temple of Time creates chaos and creates many powerful and out-of-control things, which will eventually be thrown into the ancient purgatory. That place is really scary. It's not an exaggeration to say it's purgatory. Chen Shang was secretly startled. Such a place is indeed very terrifying, because he knew very well that the Temple of Time was very good at creating chaos. The things that are born under the chaos are very terrifying. The previous tree of the town was very powerful. There is another way of saying that Tianghu Purgatory is the original Tianghu time and space. Because the Temple of Time was in chaos, it went out of control, and then it became Tianghu Purgatory. Huo Yongfei continued. Then that place became Tianghu Purgatory has become the prison of the Temple of Time. If we are caught, they can't kill us, and most of them will be thrown into Tianghu Purgatory. The Star Territory where the world-defying temple and the 100 Flowers Temple are located has been brought into the ancient Purgatory, and this is only the first step of the Time Temple, and then the entire arrogant universe will enter the ancient Purgatory. World Proud Temple and 100 Flowers Temple have a very close relationship with Chen Shang. It can be said that it only existed until now under the influence of Chen Shang, and it was also under the influence of Chen Shang that they became very powerful. The reason why the Temple of Time attacked these two temples is obviously because they know that the two temples are huge variables. The Temple of Time hates uncontrollable changes. In order to further control the world-defying universe, it is normal for them to get rid of the two temples, but because the two temples are too strong, they cannot be completely destroyed at all. They can only be thrown into the ancient Purgatory. Chen Shang thought to a deeper level, it is very possible that the Temple of Time will destroy the entire world-proud universe into the heavenly ancient Purgatory. The world-proud universe is so uncontrollable, and the Temple of Time is difficult to destroy, so it is very possible to put the world-proud universe into the ancient Purgatory. Brother Shen, you went to this place before, can you come back again? Huo Yongfei felt incredible about this. Yeah, what's wrong? Chen Shang asked. It stands to reason that there is no return to that place. Huo Yongfei said. If you can really come and go freely, it is very likely that there are some problems in the ancient Purgatory, and the space wall has become unstable. Chen Shang immediately frowned. If this is the case, then the Temple of Time weakens the space wall of the ancient Purgatory, in order to break the world-defying universe into the ancient Purgatory in the future. Old Huo, you protect the Tianquan Star region, it may take some time before I can go back. Chen Shang said. He doesn't expect to save the world-defying temple and the 100 Flowers Temple in a short time now, but just wants to go in and investigate the situation. He believed that the 100 Flowers Temple and the world-defying temple would never be destroyed so easily, but they must be suffering from all kinds of hardships inside. Brother Shen, then you must pay attention to safety. Huo Yongfei was also very worried, because Chen Shang was going to the heavenly ancient Purgatory next. Chen Shang put away the communication talisman, and then closed his eyes to contact Dao Ancestor. Dao Ancestor was still trapped in a space and needed Chen Zhang's help to get out of the trap. Da Yaozu, have you heard of Tianghu Purgatory? Chen Shang asked. Tianghu Purgatory, why are you asking this? Daozu was shocked, have you been there before? Huh, you know I've been there. Chen Shang smiled and said, can you find out all of this? For a short period of time before, I suddenly couldn't sense your existence. Daozu said, I know that you can open up a space by yourself. Even if you hide in that space, I can sense your space, but only during that time ago, I couldn't sense your existence. Chen Shang had already returned to the world-defying universe, and he was still in the second layer space, and the Great Yaozu could contact him, which showed that the Great Yaozu's consciousness had a strong space penetration. Yes, I have been to Tianghu Purgatory before. After Chen Shang finished speaking, he described what he saw. After Da Yaozu listened, he fell into silence. Chen Shang asked several times in a row, Da Yaozu just asked Chen Shang to wait for a while, and didn't answer anything, indicating that she was still thinking about this matter. After a while, Dao Ancestor said, how did you get in? How did you get out? Chen Shang briefly explained what happened. After Da Yaozu heard it, he just thought it was incredible. It stands to reason that Tianghu Purgatory can only go in and can't come out. Daozu said, because of the space in that place, you can only go in but not go out. I don't know what's going on either. Chen Shang said, Sister Daozu, there are many people who are very important to me, I want to go in and save them. This is very dangerous, said Daozu, maybe after you go in, you won't be able to get out. Tianghu Purgatory is a place we don't know anything about. Many strong people have tried to enter, but in the end they didn't come out. I should be able to come out again. When Chen Shang came out before, he was still very relaxed. It's better than this, you rescue me first. Daozu said, I'll go in with you. I seem to have to cultivate the Taoist seed of Yaoshan divine art before I can save you. Chen Shang said, I can't wait. Since you can enter the Tianghu Purgatory and come out, you should also be able to enter the sealed space where I am, and then bring me out. Daozu said, this is not difficult for you. I didn't consider your concern about space before. The power is so advanced that I think you need to practice. Yes, I didn't even try to save you before. Chen Shang also just remembered this matter. He has already cultivated the space and time fate, and he has a better grasp of the power of space. Let me try. Chen Shang immediately released the divine power of Tianquan, and let Dao ancestor cooperate with him to continuously release the divine power to give Chen Shang a clear position signal. According to the divine power released by Dao ancestor, Chen Shang quickly found a space passage. Thanks to the space secret technique of the Huo family, Chen Shang could easily find the location of the Great Yaozu. I found it, I'll go over here. Chen Shang immediately jumped in space, and in the blink of an eye, he came to a pitch-black space, where there was a bright light. I'm here, Daozu's voice came from the group of bright lights. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 5049, No Return. Chen Shang just thought about it, but suddenly thunder and lightning came from all directions. Fortunately, he was able to release the divine mirror of 6 paths in time to resist. The flashing thunder and lightning came, and they were all pulled over by the 6 Taiji formations released by the 6 paths divine mirror, so they did not land on Chen Shang, nor did they hit the light group where Dao ancestor was. Is this your soul? How strong? Chen Shang walked over and asked. I'm shaping my body, said Daozu. Take me away quickly, someone has come in this space, and the Temple of Time will know soon. Chen Shang immediately led Dao ancestor into the 6 paths divine mirror, and then returned to the second dimension of the world-defying universe. Finally left that ghost place. Dao ancestor said very excitedly, Chen Shang, you took me out of that place so easily. Your space power is really too strong. Chen Shang himself did not expect that, unconsciously, his mastery of space would become so clever. He thinks that the main thing is the fusion of space fate and heavenly jade fate, and the effect is reflected. Sister Da Yaozu, are you sure you don't want to meet Xiao Yaozu? Chen Shang asked. Don't go, Daozu said. If I see her, I'm worried that I will be persuaded by her. Convince what? Chen Shang asked. She will convince me to fit in with her, but I don't want to. Daozu said. Not everyone is like those 2 dragon ancestors. Are you so sure? Chen Shang said with a smile. Maybe she won't. I am her, she is me. So I know she will. Daozu said with certainty. Okay, what about your 2 apprentices? Didn't you see them? Chen Shang said. Da Lingshe and Da Tianyao are now with Xiao Yaozu, who is their real master. Don't go, they get along very happily with Xiao Yaozu, don't bother them. Let them think I'm completely dead. Daozu said. Chen Shang, you keep secret about me for the time being. Okay, Chen Shang nodded and said, do you want to follow me all the time, or hide somewhere? Chen Shang pointed to the 6 paths divine mirror, indicating that it can be hidden inside. No, I'll just follow you. Daozu said. I've been sealed for too long, I want to see the outside world. Well, your current form doesn't seem to be convenient for you to move outside. Chen Shang looked at the group of souls, a little embarrassed. It's okay, I can transform. After finishing speaking, the light group formed by Dao ancestor's soul suddenly turned into a ring, and then floated towards Chen Shang. Chen Shang was taken aback by this. Deformation or something is very common, but Dao ancestor is still in the state of cultivation, and he can still become so small. Is it convenient for you to cultivate the physical body? Chen Shang asked. Don't worry, I have a small space myself, and my body is in the small space most of the time. The ring you see is just the door to that small space. Said Daozu. So that's the case, then let's go to the heavenly ancient purgatory. Chen Shang said. Actually, I'm not sure if it is the heavenly ancient purgatory. Go and see and you'll know. Said Daozu. Chen Shang could see that this great Yao ancestor was still very excited. Not to mention breaking away from the seal, he could immediately see the legendary heavenly ancient purgatory. Go. Chen Shang used space jump to enter Tianggu Purgatory again. In the blink of an eye, Chen Shang came to that fiery red universe again. Run, Daozu hurriedly shouted. Quick, return to your world-defying universe. I can't go back. Chen Zhang's face turned pale. He tried just now, but couldn't make a space jump to go back. Also at this time, the powerful pressure from all directions almost crushed Chen Shang into mashed flesh. That kind of power is really terrifying. Fortunately, Chen Shang came prepared. he took out the reduced fairy battle mysterious tower and placed it on top of his head, and he also stepped on the six-path mirror under his feet. The Immortal War Profound Demon Pagoda and the Six Paths Divine Mirror cooperated with each other to help Chen Shang resist the strong pressure from all directions. Chen Shang barely blocked it. However, he still underestimated the pressure of this space. The power of this space is too strong, and it is very strong. It is pressed in the ancient purgatory. If you don't have enough power, you will be squeezed by invisible forces in all directions," said Daozu. Chen Shang seemed to fall into the water now, but the water had strong pressure and squeezed from all directions. Chen Shang does not have enough strength to resist, he will be crushed. At this moment, the ring on Chen Zhang's hand suddenly radiated a strong light, which was the release of the power of Great Yaozu. So strong, Chen Shang could immediately feel that his body was covered by a warm current, and he soon became relaxed. With your current cultivation, it is too dangerous to enter the ancient purgatory. Daozu sighed. It's all my fault. Otherwise, you won't return to this place, and you can't get out now. I can get out. Chen Shang closed his eyes, turned his heavenly jade fate, and oscillated with the space fate. He was going to contact the heavenly jade domain spirit. But no matter how he tried, he couldn't contact Tianshuan Yuling. It can only be this way. Chen Shang took out the communication talisman. Since he couldn't contact the heavenly jade realm spirit, he would contact the world-defying temple or the 100 Flowers temple, which had already entered the heavenly ancient purgatory. He first contacted Huang Jintian, but did not get in touch. Then he went to contact the woman in the 100 Flowers temple, took out the communication talisman and contacted him around. But in the end, only Kalian replied to him. "Little villain, you're finally here. I've been waiting for you for a long time." The person who answered Chen Shang seemed to be the personality of Emperor Lian. Kai Lian has 3 personalities. Before, these 3 personalities were very easy to distinguish, but later they seemed to be getting closer and closer, and Chen Shang couldn't tell them apart for a while. "You are Lian the personality?" Chen Shang asked. "Yes, I can still tell who I am," Kalian said. "Kai Lian, I'm in trouble. Although I can enter this ghost place, my current cultivation base is too low to adapt to the environment here," Chen Shang said, "and I can't go back. I'll help you right now, wait a moment." Kalian's voice was a little concerned, and she seemed to be very worried. "By the way, why can't I contact them?" Chen Shang asked. "They are all in the 100 Flowers temple. Because I am outside the temple, I can only receive the news from you," Kalian said. "Ah, what happened to the 100 Flowers temple?" Chen Shang was even more worried. "It's fine for now," Kalian said, "I'll be there soon." Just after she finished speaking, Chen Shang sensed that there were spatial fluctuations nearby. It was Kalian who came over, and she was able to travel through space in this environment. "Kai Lian, I'm here," Chen Shang shouted. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 5050, Purgatory Journey. Kalian is about to appear. Chen Shang was very excited and shouted. Chen Shang looked at the fluctuating space ahead, and was beckoning frantically. However, Kai Lian had just appeared, and a lightning bolt suddenly appeared from nowhere. This thunder and lightning fell on the spot where Kalian was about to appear, where the space was originally distorted and fluctuated, but as the thunder and lightning fell, the space was suddenly reinforced. Then the surroundings were very quiet, and Kalian did not appear. Chen Shang was so shocked that his mouth opened slightly. He didn't know what happened. Kai Lian, how are you? Are you okay?" Chen Shang took out the communication talisman and went to contact Kai Lian. "I'm fine. I've been discovered," Kalian sighed. "I can't make it through for the time being." "Little bastard, you must hold on. I'll find a way to find you as soon as possible." "What's the matter? Aren't you coming over?" Chen Shang hurriedly asked. "Although I can travel through space, there is a mysterious power here that specifically prevents various forces from traveling through space. I thought that if you were careful, you would not be discovered," Kalian responded. "There is a lot of pressure here. How did you guys overcome it?" Chen Shang asked. He was relieved that Kalian was fine. "Improve yourself and adapt slowly," Kalian said. "Before entering the ancient purgatory, the star field we are in is almost like this. When we were in the star field, we had already adapted." "Ah," Chen Shang exclaimed. "It started when it was still in the star territory. What the asterisk is going on? We have been through many years. Maybe our time is different from yours," Kalian said. In short, the situation is very complicated, and I can't explain it in a few words. We are very happy to have you come. A lot of things have also happened in the world-defying universe. Chen Shang said. Then let's meet and talk. If we continue to contact, we will be attacked by that kind of power. Kalian said. I will go back to the 100 Flowers Temple first and discuss it with the sisters to see how I can get to you as soon as possible, by your side. Okay, Chen Shang said. I'll wait for you guys to come, and I'll contact you later. Wait for us, Kalian interrupted the contact after speaking. Although she was worried about Chen Shang, she also knew that with Chen Zhang's ability, she would definitely survive until they came to rescue. Chen Shang now has the help of Great Yaozu, and can temporarily resist the pressure around him. Kalian said that he needs to adapt, which means that Chen Shang needs to absorb the power here to improve the strength of his body. People who can survive in this environment for many years are definitely not weak. Daozu said, this ancient purgatory is a very good cultivation environment. I like this kind of place very much. Ah, this is obviously very dangerous, right? Chen Shang had a bitter look on his face. What he can do now is to madly absorb the power around him, and then refine it through the Heaven Jade Fate, and then inject it into his body. He can only stand still. If flying or something, the consumption is very huge, even the big Yaozu can't afford it. Tiangu Purgatory is a very large space, it looks much bigger than Yishan. Said Daozu, I guess this may be the fusion of multiple timelines of the ancient time and space. That is to say, the Temple of Time screwed up a lot of time and space in the ancient world. Then it came up with such a behemoth. Chen Shang also felt that the heavenly ancient purgatory was very terrifying, how much energy is contained in it to generate such a powerful pressure. And when he absorbs the energy here, he finds that it is also a kind of creation power, but the creation power here is very strong, and if you absorb it casually, it will pour in large quantities. No, Tiangu Purgatory should be able to accommodate multiple universes. Dao Ancestor said again. For example, the Aoshi universe, if it is beaten in, it is very likely to be squeezed very little by the powerful pressure here. Maybe the entire Aoshi universe. The universe will be crushed into a huge star. Ah, Chen Shang was surprised again, then looked at a distant star emitting a strong blue light, and said, don't you mean that the stars here were all super huge celestial bodies? Yes, if a star field is broken into the ancient purgatory, it will definitely be crushed. Daozu said. Just like your alchemy, no matter what enters your alchemy furnace, it will be refined into a round shape by you. Dan Maru. It's terrifying. Chen Shang was shocked and looked around with wide eyes. Could it be that the Tiangu Purgatory is a naturally formed giant pill furnace? The 2 star fields you mentioned earlier should have been crushed into stars after entering here. Daozu said again, if you can get the stars here, it will be a great improvement for you. Dao Ancestor had seen Chen Shang move the star territory from Daishin before, so she also knew that Chen Shang needed this kind of thing very much. If this is the case, Chen Shang can make a huge star into a world-defying Taoist. Of course, he still can't do it now, because he can't move an inch in the ancient purgatory. Sister Dao Ancestor, all the creatures who can operate in this ancient purgatory are stronger than me, right? Chen Shang frowned. Yes, said Daozu. This is caused by the environment. If you can survive in such a harsh environment, your strength must be above you, so you must cultivate in the ancient purgatory as soon as possible to become stronger, otherwise you will when you encounter something, you can't deal with it at all. What Chen Shang is very puzzled is that after he came in before, he can go out immediately, why is it not possible now? The people in the Temple of Time seem to want to build a passage to the ancient purgatory through the world-defying universe, or they want to make the world-defining universe fall into the ancient purgatory. They will all be thrown into the ancient purgatory. Chen Shang is uncontrollable, he is now in Tiangu Purgatory. He tried to contact the outside world, but couldn't get in touch. I'll try to see if I can make a space jump in the ancient purgatory. Chen Shang hadn't tried it before. If you want to improve your cultivation as soon as possible, you should land on a star. It's very dangerous, but you can give it a try. Daozu didn't organize. Chen Shang took a deep breath, then looked at a star emitting blue light in the distance. This was the closest one to him. He urged Tianshuan Fate and Space Fate to release their power. For the sake of safety, he also merged into Time Fate. After the power of these 3 fates was fused together, he immediately used the space secret technique of the Huo family to travel through space. What surprised Chen Shang was that he did it very easily, but the distance was very short. Fortunately, the consumption was not particularly large. Success, Chen Shang said in surprise. Could it be that adding the power of time can avoid being detected by that power? After Kalian was sensed by that mysterious power before, she attracted a very powerful thunder and lightning. Chen Shang did not attract thunder and lightning, indicating that he was very covert when traveling through space. He then tried again, shuttled through space many times in a row, getting closer and closer to the blue star. World-defying Dan God Chapter 5051, Harsh Environment. This star is so big. When Chen Shang approached the past, he thought it was a hot star similar to the sun, but after approaching, it was a star that could land. I don't know if there are people above. Chen Shang was a little worried. If there were people above the stars, or some beasts, it would definitely be difficult to deal with. There should be, Daozu said. This kind of energy-rich land will definitely be able to give birth to a soul. When Chen Shang approached the past, he also looked at the vast heavenly ancient purgatory. It was fiery red everywhere. It really looked like a purgatory. Without the support of Great Yaozu, Chen Shang would have been crushed to ashes by the powerful energy of the heavenly ancient purgatory. Let's go down and have a look first. Chen Shang said. If you want to cultivate, you can only find a more convenient way above. If there is heaven and earth in Tiangu Purgatory, then the fiery red backlight of Tiangu Purgatory is the sky, and he landed on the stars as the earth. Only by communicating with heaven and earth can we comprehend the laws of the ancient purgatory faster, and gain strength to cultivate from it. Chen Shang mainly cultivated his lifestyle and could absorb all kinds of energies, provided he had sufficient understanding of that kind of energy. After traveling through the space, Chen Shang finally entered the domain of the blue star, and as soon as he got close, a super strong force pulled him over. So strong, Chen Shang couldn't even be suspended in the air. He fell directly and quickly, and during the process of falling, he couldn't make a space jump. At the critical moment, the Six Paths Divine Mirror burst into a burst of energy, hitting the ground to make the Six Paths Divine Mirror levitate. The Divine Mirror of Six Paths spun in place, and then slowly landed. The pressure Chen Shang felt at this time was even stronger. Even with the divine support of Great Yaozu, Chen Shang felt very heavy. The stronger the star, the stronger the gravity. Daozu said. Obviously, this star should be formed from the star field. How big is the star field? You must know that there are a large number of stars in a star field, and some large star fields even have billions of stars. Such a star field was refined into a star. How terrifying would such a star be? In other words, the energy contained in a star is comparable to a small universe. I don't know how big the original star field is. If it is equivalent to the size of the Tianquan star field, and it has been refined into a star. That's terrible. Chen Shang felt that it was very laborious to stand now, and he had a lot of strength, from all directions. Tiangu Purgatory is like this. After entering Tiangu Purgatory, everything will be compressed to the middle. Daozu said. You should be able to feel it now that you will be squeezed into a ball from all directions by a powerful force. In this way, if a large number of star fields come in, multiple star fields will gradually merge, and then be squeezed into a huge star. Chen Shang nodded. It's very similar to alchemy. This ancient purgatory, it seems to be a natural alchemy environment. Chen Shang also used a lot of energy for many years to condense into a pill, and then the pill exploded and turned into the world-defying universe. You have to be careful. Daozu urged. Chen Shang looked at the ring on his finger. It was made by Dao Ancestor. She was able to provide divine power for so long, which is also very powerful. Dao Ancestor has been sealed for many years, and he has no physical body. He still has such a powerful divine power. It can be seen that these heavenly ancestor level powerhouses are still very powerful. Kai Lian enters this kind of place, can travel through space, and can fly. It means that she is also very strong. Chen Shang thought in his heart, if he could find the 100 Flowers Temple quickly, he wouldn't have to force himself so hard. Chen Shang, I'm worried that the heavenly ancient purgatory may be our final destination. Daozu suddenly sighed. This place is too terrifying. Even if I cultivate my fleshly body, it will be difficult for me to survive for many years. Isn't it? Chen Shang took a few steps, but he felt very tired and could no longer walk. The place where he is now is a desolate lowest land. From a distance, the star is blue, but after landing, there is no blue energy. That blue light should be the protective cover emitted by the stars, or some kind of energy halo. Although Chen Shang can't walk, he can indeed sense that there is more energy. It seems to be a violent world creation force that has been suppressed. He can also absorb into the body now, but he is too violent after entering the body, and the pressure he bears is too strong, so that he cannot be well refined and integrated into the body. No, there is no way to cultivate in this environment. Chen Shang sat down on the spot and practiced, but he felt that his body was tingling, and the creation force introduced into his body was too tyrannical, and he couldn't hold it back. Find a forest and see if there are any medicinal materials or the like. Daozu said. Those medicinal materials absorb the energy here for cultivation, and then turn them into exotic flowers and plants, which are themselves a kind of refined and gentle energy. Yes, if the medicinal materials are made into pills, it will be easier to absorb. Chen Shang could only think of this method. Although the energy here is very strong, it is too turbid and contains a lot of tyrannical energy that is difficult to refine. After entering the body, it has to be refined and purified. At this moment, Chen Shang received news from Kalian. Little villain, how are you doing now? Kalian asked. I landed on a blue star. Chen Shang briefly described the stars. In fact, there are many such stars in the heavenly ancient purgatory. However, Kalian almost went to Chen Zhang's place before, so she knew where Chen Shang was in Tianggu purgatory, and it was very quick to find a blue star nearby. I've discussed it with them. For the time being, I'll go find you myself. Kalian said. In the Temple of 100 Flowers, my strength is relatively strong, so I'll find you. By the way, Kalian, who is the strongest in the 100 Flowers Temple right now? Chen Shang asked. I don't know, everyone is cultivating like crazy. Otherwise, we won't be able to survive. Kalian said. I can't be sure who is the strongest. In short, everyone is trying to become stronger. Kai Lian, when will you be able to come? Chen Shang asked. It will take dozens of days at the fastest. Kalian sighed. Tianggu Purgatory is very big. You are still close to where I am. I can only fly over. And this ghost place can't fly fast. Okay, I will wait for you to come. Chen Shang said. Well, I also really want to see you soon. Because I miss you. Kalian's voice became very soft from the back. I'm going now. Chen Shang was stunned for a while. Is this still Kalian? You must know that Kalian is dominated by the personality of Liandi, and just now it was a bit like the personality of Leonor. I have to become stronger as soon as possible. Chen Shang looked at the fiery red sky and clenched his fist tightly. Do you like this sight? Donate here. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5052, Sleeping Power. After Chen Shang fell into this star, he tried it, but he couldn't make a space jump. He found that the star himself also had a space domain, and it was very difficult to jump out. What's going on? Am I going to be trapped here? Chen Shang couldn't move an inch now, and there was a wasteland all around. He urgently needs to go to the mountains and forests to find exotic flowers and plants to practice alchemy. Although the Great Yaozu released his divine power to help, it couldn't last for long, because the Great Yaozu's divine power was also limited. Chen Shang could only get up and walk in one direction. After walking for several days, he was still on this desolate lowest land, with no end in sight, and he didn't know when he would be able to go out. When he landed on this star before, he knew that the star was very huge, and at the speed he was moving slowly, he couldn't go very far. 10 days have passed. Dao ancestor has exhausted all his divine power, her soul is also exhausted, and she has fallen into a deep sleep state. Chen Shang can only rely on himself next. Brother, you're actually not weak. Sister Xiaojing said, you've been cultivating all these years, and you've never seriously tapped into your hidden power. Chen Shang was lying on the ground, he was very tired at the moment, and his body was suppressed by the heavy pressure, it was difficult to get up. Sister Xiaojing, why do you say that? Chen Zhang's body was completely powerless, only the power of his soul remained. Chen Zhang's soul was not consumed. He also felt that it was very strange, although the various pressures of this star were great, they could not have any effect on his soul. Brother, your soul is still very strong now. Sister Xiaojing said, it's just that all the power is hidden in the depths of your soul. Really? Then how can I release it? Chen Shang asked. Your fate is all in the soul, and your current use of fate is only with the help of the attribute power of fate, and has not fully released the truly powerful power of fate. Sister Xiaojing said. You want to know, the fate you have cultivated is not easy. Chen Shang thought about it carefully, it was indeed the case. Every one of the destiny he has cultivated is very difficult, but now it seems to be of little use, which is unreasonable. You know, his destiny is different from others. He is the founder of the way of fate, and every time he cultivates the fate, there is a lot of energy, and it can be said that he pours his heart into it. You have to unleash all the power of your fate. Sister Xiaojing said, although your body is weak, your powerful fate can fully support your strong body. Let me try. Chen Zhang's previous use of fate was only to release the special attribute power of fate. For example, the fate of space and the fate of time, he only releases the attribute power of space and attributes. You must know that in his fate, a lot of energy is originally condensed. Chen Shang closed his eyes and entered a state of comprehension. He surrounded all the fates around Tianxuan's fates, and then began to release the power of guiding the fates. Hengyan fate and beast fate, although they are not used very much, they contain a lot of energy inside. The fate of time and the fate of space also resonate with other fates at this moment. Chen Shang suddenly understood that these fates must form a whole in order to fully release the energy. Tianxuan's fate is the main core, and other fates are closely attached to Tianxuan's fate at the moment, and they are injecting energy into Tianxuan's fate. Boom! Chen Shang only felt that in the depths of his soul, a strong light suddenly flashed, and the entire abyss of soul suddenly became extremely bright. At this moment, Chen Shang only felt that his soul had grown several times in an instant. In the depths of his soul, Tianxuan's fate has also become much larger, and several other fates surround Tianxuan's fate, and a light band is released to connect with Tianxuan's fate. Chen Shang, who was lying on the ground, could clearly feel that the divine power from his soul was being injected into his body. Is this the power of my destiny? Chen Zhang's body's exhaustion was swept away, only to see his body overflowing with golden light, and the powerful fate and divine power poured into his limbs and bones. At this moment, his destiny resonated with his body and established a connection. In the past, life, soul, and body were all independent of each other, but now they are completely integrated into a whole. The power of fate has been released. Chen Shang, who was unable to bear the pressure before, was able to stand up now, and he was very relaxed. What's going on? I didn't break through the realm, but I felt that I was so powerful. Chen Shang was also shocked by the power hidden in his body. If he hadn't reached a desperate situation just now, he would not have been able to fully release the power of his fate. He took a deep breath, only to feel that his state was better than ever. It turns out that I have always been strong. Chen Shang stomped the ground vigorously. With a bang, he stepped out of a very deep pit, and the whole person also bounced into the air. The surging power in his body supports him to fly in the air, and the speed is very fast. He can also use Tianxuan's space divine power now, but it will consume a lot of energy. In this unfamiliar environment, he should try his best to save his power and not consume too much, just in case. He is fast enough to fly in the air, and the consumption is not particularly high. Chen Shang wanted to replenish his energy, and he was also extracting the power from the divine mirror of six paths. There is also a small ancestral source inside the six paths divine mirror, which is enough for Chen Shang to supplement and recover. Brother, you should learn more about the power of fate in the future. Sister Xiaojing laughed. If you are the founder of the way of fate, if you don't even understand it, then the way of fate will be bleak. Yes, Chen Shang said, even I underestimated the way of fate. At this time, the ring on Chen Zhang's hand also emitted a faint light, and Great Yaozu woke up. Why did you suddenly become so strong? Great Yaozu, who turned into a ring, was very shocked by this, and hurriedly sent a voice transmission to Chen Shang. I'm just digging out the hidden power. Chen Shang said. By the way, Big Yaozu elder sister, I need your Yaoshan divine power, and I want to refine the Yaoshan divine art as soon as possible. Yaozu said before that Yaoshan divine art was obtained through her mother's source, and it is very likely that the power of creation came from my consciousness, so it formed the Gong method. These days, the divine power of Yaoshan, who is also the great Yaozu, has been supporting his body, so he created the conditions for a great fusion. Big Yaozu released a large amount of Yaoshan divine power into Chen Zhang's body, and Chen Shang was in such a harsh environment, it was equivalent to using Yaoshan divine power to temper his body. Chen Shang could feel the changes Yaoshan's divine power brought to his body. Therefore, his fate, soul and body will be smoothly integrated. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 5053, Monster Fruit Star. Great Yaozu also hopes that Chen Shang can practice the Yaoshan divine art, because she needs people like Chen Shang to participate in the cultivation so that they can improve the Yaoshan divine art together. I will cooperate with you. Wait for me to rest for a while. Daozu was full of hope when he saw that Chen Shang suddenly became so strong. After Chen Shang flew in the air for a while, he finally saw a lush green forest, and he immediately landed. He came to the side of a giant tree, slapped the trunk lightly, and immediately felt that the trunk was very strong. The things here are really solid. Chen Shang then released the eternal flame to burn, and it was difficult to ignite the plants here. Tiangu Purgatory is not purgatory, but a very powerful space. Chen Shang took a deep breath. It's not a big universe, but a space that can accommodate a large number of universes. Yes, this place is the exile place of the Temple of Time. Daozu said. As long as they are out of their control, they will be thrown into the ancient purgatory. Sister Daozu, you said that the people from the Temple of Time have ever entered this place. Chen Shang asked. It shouldn't be, because the ancient purgatory has no return. Daozu said. You can come in and go out before, this is really rare. Yeah, what happened before? I'm stuck now. Chen Shang was walking in the forest, feeling the plants here, and felt more and more that the heavenly ancient purgatory was actually pretty good, as long as he could adapt to the strong pressure here. When Chen Shang was not used to it before, he felt that this place was a personal purgatory, but now he feels very good. If possible, I hope to bring in the world-defying universe too. This was Chen Zhang's sudden thought. The world-defying universe will always be remembered by the Temple of Time over there. It is the site of the Temple of Time, as long as the Temple of Time is still there. Now, the world-defying universe will never be peaceful. If you want to get rid of the Temple of Time, this is indeed a good choice, but the premise is that the universe of the world must withstand the test of the ancient purgatory. Said Daozu. Wait until I find a way to go back, and then arrange the world-defying universe to make preparations. Chen Shang has already decided to move the world-defying universe to the heavenly ancient purgatory. Chen Shang, who was walking on the road, was thinking about this while paying attention to the movements around him. He suddenly noticed a faint movement in the ground, and when he looked down, he found that it was a very thin vine. When he reacted, his feet were suddenly tightened by the vines. The grass vines are very flexible, wrapping around his whole body quickly, tying him into a zongzi in the blink of an eye, and then hanging him on a tree. At this time, a group of children suddenly jumped and ran out, cheering. Caught a big fish. It's a human, a little boy shouted. He seems to be very good looking. A little girl looked at Chen Shang who was hanging upside down. There shouldn't be humans in our demon fruit star. Humans won't come without our permission, said another little boy. We have to report to the patriarch quickly. This guy might be a bad guy. Could it be the villain of Wanzhou Mountain? The group of children surrounded Chen Shang who was hanged up, chatting and discussing. Chen Shang was shocked when he heard it, especially when he heard the three words, Wanzhou Mountain. You must know that Wanzhou Mountain disappeared at the beginning, mainly because the Lord of Wanzhou got rid of Lai Xuanzu's control, and also absorbed and swallowed the ancestral source of Xuanzu left in Wanzhou Mountain, so he became very powerful and brought Wanzhou with Wanzhou. Zhoushan hides. At the beginning, Xuanzu sent Emperor Guiyuan to Wanzhou Mountain, hoping that Wanzhou Mountain could be used to hit the world-defying universe, but the Lord of Wanzhou desperately betrayed Xuanzu in order to protect himself, and finally succeeded. Later, because of the collision between the two different heavens, Wanzhou Mountain also took the opportunity to hide. Chen Shang also sent someone to look for Wanzhou Mountain, but there was no news. Now these children mention Wanzhou Mountain. So Chen Shang was very surprised. Wanzhou Mountain is in Tiangu Purgatory. When Chen Shang thought of this, his scalp immediately became numb. Because with the ability of the Lord of the Universe, after entering the ancient purgatory, if the entire Wanzhou Mountain still exists, it will be very powerful. The Wanzhou Mountain in the mouths of these children is a very evil existence. I'm not from Wanzhou Mountain. Chen Shang suddenly said. Everyone, aren't you humans? We are heroes. Haha, it's the first time someone called us that. A little boy was so happy. Big brother, aren't you from Wanzhou Mountain? Then why did you break into our demon fruit star? A little girl asked. I didn't know it was the Yaoguo star at all, I just saw that this star was very close to me, and it was very beautiful, so it landed. Chen Shang said. The Wanzhou Mountain you said, is my enemy. I've been looking for them for a long time, but I didn't expect to be in Tiangu Purgatory. Brother, where are you from? Did you just come to Tiangu Purgatory? It turned out to be from the ancient time and space. This group of children seemed to know a lot, and asked in a row. That's right, Chen Shang said. By the way, what is your monster fruit star like? You are not human, are you all monsters? Yeah, we are all fruit demons. The trees here bear fruit, and some of them will turn into babies. That's how we came, a little girl said. We are protected by the Queen of Demon Souls. Yao Guoxing also belongs to demons. The Queen of Souls. Chen Shang was shocked again. Ghost Queen, is it Shen Zhenyi, the Ghost Queen? After the disappearance of the Demon Soul Star, was it also thrown into the ancient purgatory? So is his father also in Tianghu Purgatory? He suddenly realized that the time of Tianghu Purgatory may not be the same. Many years may have passed here, so the monster soul star will develop rapidly. The demon soul star should enter the heavenly ancient purgatory earlier than the 100 Flowers Temple and the world-defying temple. There is also his father's Shen family, who should have come to Tianghu Purgatory very early. By the way, isn't your Queen of Demon Souls named Shen Zhenyi? Chen Shang asked suddenly. We don't know, said a little boy, we have never seen the Queen of Demon Souls. We only know that we were born because the Queen of Demon Souls preached for many years, and we were born because of the Demon Soul Tao. Chen Shang remembered very clearly that the appearance of the so-called Demon Soul Tao also had a deeper relationship with him, so it is reasonable to say that this Demon Soul Tao was created by him, although it has evolved to the point where he doesn't even recognize it. Chen Shang felt that it was necessary to contact Kalian, maybe she knew something. Because the 100 Flowers Temple and the Heavenly Mother Palace merged at the beginning, Han Jingxuan, the palace owner of the Heavenly Mother Palace, is Shen Zhenyi's sister. Kalian has a Heavenly Mother personality, and they still have deep roots. The bear children let Chen Shang down. In fact, even if they didn't let go, Chen Shang could get down by himself, but this would scare these children. World-Defying Dan God Chapter 5054, Fruit Demon Clan. After Chen Shang was put down, he also played with the children. He just released some strange magic weapons to make the children have a great time. The children were all made of divine fruit. They had never seen too many magic weapons or anything. Chen Shang had many useless magic weapons in his hands, so he took them out to play with them. Originally, these children wanted to bring Chen Shang back to their tribe, but Chen Shang did not go there. After all, he is an outsider. If he tricks a group of children into taking him to the tribe, the adults will know that and they will be somewhat wary of him. So Chen Shang planned to wait on the spot for the adults of the Fruit Demon Clan to come, and there were already children to call the adults. When Chen Shang was playing with these children, he found that the children were still very strong, and they were able to move flexibly in this environment, indicating that their bodies had enough strength to resist the pressure of the heavenly ancient purgatory. Soon, an adult will come. He was a middle-aged man. He was very defensive about Chen Shang, and when he saw Chen Shang playing with the children of their clan, he was even more anxious and hurriedly called those children over. Chen Shang can fully understand, because these little brats are the little treasures of the clan, and when outsiders approach them, adults will naturally be very vigilant. My name is Chen Shang, I just entered the heavenly ancient purgatory, and when I saw this star nearby, I descended to take a look. Chen Shang quickly explained his origin. I have no ill intentions. The middle-aged man checked the child's body and found that there was nothing serious. He also believed in Chen Shang. If Chen Shang really had any malicious intentions, these little fruit demons would have been finished long ago. The middle-aged man asked the little fruit demons to go back, then walked with Chen Shang all the way, and invited Chen Shang to their tribe. Chen Shang also learned that the middle-aged man in the Fruit Demon Clan was the guard responsible for protecting the children, and he was also a small leader. His name was Cao Dequan, and his strength was not weak. Brother Shen, it's not easy for you to come here from outside. How did you get in? Cao Dequan was very curious about this. I searched for some traces of the healing of the space cracks, and I found this place. Chen Shang said. I originally wanted to find friends, but I didn't expect to enter this place. Oh, so, you came in on your own initiative. This is even more rare. Most of the people who entered the ancient purgatory from the outside were sent in by the Temple of Time. Cao Dequan looked at Chen Shang in amazement, because it was not easy to take the initiative to enter the heavenly ancient purgatory. Really, have you met someone who was sent in by the Temple of Time before? Chen Shang asked. I have met, but they are all dead. Cao Dequan said. Without strong enough strength, it is still difficult to survive in the ancient purgatory. I met one before, although he has worked hard to cultivate, but because he cannot adapt it to the environment here, and finally died. Really, it seems that most people who enter the ancient purgatory will face the problem of environmental adaptability. Chen Shang said. You just entered the heavenly ancient purgatory, as if nothing happened. This is very rare. Cao Dequan laughed and said, Brother Shen, you are very strong. The tribe of the Fruit Demon clan is very close, there are many large trees here, and the Fruit Demon is in the tree hole. The previous group of children were just playing outside the Fruit Monster tribe, not far from the tribe. After Chen Shang entered the tribe, he followed Cao Dequan to a big tree and climbed up a tall tree hole through a rope ladder. The Fruit Demon here can't fly. In order not to be so conspicuous, Chen Shang did not fly, and followed Cao Dequan up a tall tree hole. After entering the tree hole, Cao Dequan invited Chen Shang to sit down. Brother Cao, have you had contact with the Temple of Time? Chen Shang asked. Cao Dequan also said before that most of the people who entered the ancient purgatory from the outside were sent in by the Temple of Time, indicating that the Fruit Demon clan also knew the existence of the Temple of Time. I haven't been in contact, I only know that these guys are very bad. When he mentioned the Temple of Time, Cao Dequan frowned and said, the Patriarch said that people in the Temple of Time will always bring chaos. So the Patriarch has contacted the Time Cultivator. Chen Shang was slightly surprised, he thought that there were no Time Cultivators in the ancient purgatory. It's not just contact, but also fights often. Cao Dequan said. In Yaoguo Xing, there are chops from the Temple of Time. They have been eating those children. Monster Fruit Star has a Temple of Time. Chen Shang was shocked and stood up from his seat. Yeah, but not many, only a few dozen. Cao Dequan said. Those guys can't leave the ancient purgatory, but they can communicate with the outside world and communicate with the largest Temple of Time outside. Quote. Chen Shang thought that people from the Temple of Time would not enter the heavenly ancient purgatory, but he didn't expect that there would be one on this star. Why do they eat those children? Chen Shang asked. Have they ever succeeded? Of course I succeeded. Over the years, they have eaten more than a dozen little guys. Speaking of this, Cao Dequan clenched his fist and smashed the table, very angry. Little guys are all transformed into divine fruit. Some divine fruit here will become children when they mature. In fact, when divine fruit is about to mature, we probably know which divine fruit is going to transform into people, and we will send them in advance. People go squatting and guarding. That group of time cultivators went to compete with us during that time period. Some little guys were eaten by them as soon as they turned into human beings. The more Cao Dequan said, the more angry he became. These guys are really hateful. Chen Shang also scolded in a low voice. They eat those little guys to prolong their life. Cao Dequan said. After the time cultivators enter the ancient purgatory, they can't control the time here, and their lifespan is limited. If they want to live, they can only eat those little guys. Isn't Yaoguo Xing protected by the Queen of Demon Souls? Didn't the Queen of Demon Souls eradicate those guys? Chen Shang asked. If it wasn't for the Queen of Demon Souls to send people to help us build this tribe, we would have been wiped out by the Temple of Time. Cao Dequan said. The Queen of Demon Souls has to deal with a lot of time, she has been very good to us, and can give us a very safe environment. So it is. Chen Shang nodded. But, there seems to be something wrong with the Spirit Queen's formation. Why can you come in casually? And it won't trigger the formation. Cao Dequan was very puzzled. It turns out that there has always been a formation here. Chen Shang also thought it was incredible, and said in surprise. Yes, I asked the elders to check. Make sure the formation is effective. Cao Dequan said. There are a lot of time monks outside our tribe, and they are always looking for opportunities to shoot. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5055, Time Buster. Chen Shang was even more puzzled. Why didn't the Fruit Demon clan become a time cultivator? Brother Cao, are the time cultivators strong? Can't they kill them? Chen Shang asked. It's very difficult to kill them. Cao Dequan said. Although they can't control the time of the ancient purgatory, they can still use a little time power, so we are not opponents. When they use the power of time, what effect will they have? Chen Shang was curious. It's that they can always predict our next move. Cao Dequan said. So it's hard to kill them. In fact, they are not outrageously strong, that is, they can always predict our actions in advance. If that's the case, it's really hard to kill them. Chen Shang nodded. Even on the side of the Demon Soul Girl country, there is nothing you can do about it. Cao Dequan said. They knew in advance that the Demon Soul Girl country sent someone over, and then they hid. Once, the soldiers of the Demon Soul Girl country caught a time cultivator, but he was still run away by the other party. Why do you want to catch it? Just kill it, Chen Shang said. It can't be killed. Cao Dequan shook his head and said, it looks like they killed them, but they can always be resurrected. What? Resurrection? Chen Shang was shocked. Yes, they were clearly wiped out, but they will reappear in one place and be resurrected. Cao Dequan said with a helpless expression, so we can only catch them and seal them. This is too evil. Chen Shang really did not expect the ability of a time cultivator to be so defiant. Huo Yongfei is also a time cultivator, does he also master this ability? By the way, do you know where the Monster Soul Girl country is? Chen Shang asked. I have something to do with the Monster Soul Girl country, I want to ask something. I don't even know where the Ghost Soul Girl country is. Cao Dequan shook his head and said, the Ghost Soul Girl state is hidden very mysteriously, and no one knows where it is. What about Wanzhou Mountain? Chen Shang asked again. I'm not too sure, only the Patriarch knows better. Cao Dequan said. I have already called the group of children to find the Patriarch, and the Patriarch should be here soon. The Patriarch of the Fruit Demon clan came soon, and to Chen Zhang's surprise, it turned out to be a child. It looks like a child, but it is the oldest Fruit Demon of the Fruit Demon clan, a boy who looks 5 years old. Although the Patriarch Guo was a child, he behaved like a well-respected elder, and the sense of contrast made Chen Shang very interesting. Patriarch Guo, what kind of existence is Wanzhou Mountain now? Is it a star, or what? Chen Shang asked. It's turned into a star. Patriarch Guo said about Wanzhou Mountain with a solemn expression, and said, Wanzhou Mountain is a formidable enemy of the Demon Soul Girl country. Does Yao Guoxing also have people from Wanzhou Mountain? Chen Shang asked again. Yes, it's always been there, but it's well hidden. Patriarch Guo said. The guys in Yaoguo Star, Wanzhou Mountain and the Temple of Time all want to hunt and kill our children and eat them to prolong their lives. These guys. Chen Shang was also very angry about this. They have all succeeded. Wanzhou Mountain has captured more than 20 little guys in total, and the Time Cultivator has captured more than a dozen. Patriarch Guo said. Fortunately, there is the enchantment of the Queen of Demon Souls, and they have not been caught by them for so many years. Invaded. There is a Time Cultivator outside, right? I want to catch one and ask. Chen Shang also wanted to catch a Time Cultivator to ask, how can he leave the ancient purgatory? The Time Monk must know something. It's hard to catch them. Even if the Queen of Demon Souls made her own shots, she wouldn't be able to catch them. Patriarch Guo said, Emperor Wanzhou couldn't catch them either. Maybe I can. Chen Shang also has time and destiny, so he is very confident. Since Brother Shen is so confident, you can try it. Patriarch Guo said. You ran into the ancient purgatory by yourself, you are indeed very different. Do you know where there is time for cultivators outside? Chen Shang was eager to try, and could not wait to act immediately. You take this leaf. Patriarch Guo handed Chen Shang a leaf and said, just follow the leaf and fly. The trees here will tell you where there is time for monks. The fruit demon here has a deep sense of the flowers and trees in the mountains, so it can help Chen Shang to find the trace of the time cultivator. By the way, the guys from Wanzhou Mountain are also on the demon fruit star. Have you ever thought about getting rid of them? Chen Shang asked. Of course I thought about it. But it's difficult. They are all very strong, and they hide very well. They can't get rid of them at all. Patriarch Guo shook his head and said, the guy from Wanzhou Mountain can hide better than the time cultivator. I'm going now, Chen Shang said with a smile, wait for my good news. You inject divine power into that leaf to strengthen your perception. Patriarch Guo said again. Chen Shang tried it out and found that the leaf could slowly fly in one direction, indicating that there was time for cultivators there, and this was also the message from the trees in the mountains. Chen Shang jumped down from the tree hole, then flew in the air, and quickly flew out in one direction. Seeing that Chen Shang can fly, and he can fly so fast. Patriarch Guo and Cao Dequan were both dumbfounded. With a swish, Chen Shang flew out of the Fruit Demon clan's barrier. It turns out that there is really a barrier here. But it doesn't work for me. Chen Shang said. What the asterisk is going on here? Is the barrier unreliable? Maybe it's because of my brother's special physique. The enchantment didn't perceive you. Sister Xiaojing laughed. Guided by that leaf, Chen Shang flew in the mountains and forests. After flying over several hills, he saw the branches of a big tree, with a person sitting on it. Is that the time cultivator? Chen Shang saw that person from a distance. Time cultivator also seemed to know that someone was coming, and when he saw a flying person, his face changed greatly, because he had never seen a person who could fly so fast in Tianghu Purgatory. He's going to run, Xiao Jing's sister shouted. Chen Shang finally knew why the time cultivators were difficult to catch, because they could indeed predict the danger in advance. If they couldn't attack quickly, I couldn't catch them at all. Chen Shang immediately jumped in space and appeared beside the cultivator at that time in the blink of an eye. When he came to the time monk, he released the six-path divine mirror to run the time domain. Chen Shang himself also released a space domain of Tianxuan. Who are you? Cultivator Time was an old man, looking at Chen Shang in shock, because no one had ever used this ability to catch him. Humph! Chen Shang sneered and slammed his palm on the old man's abdomen, directly smashing the opponent's condensed time power. Chen Shang used the divine power of time and fate, and after hitting it, it was extremely powerful and the opponent vomited blood. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5056, Monk Hunter. Who are you? The old man's body suddenly flashed hot and strong light, accompanied by a shock wave, which shook Chen Shang out. I was sent by the Fruit Monster clan. After Chen Shang finished speaking, he flashed over again. After the old man realized that Chen Shang was difficult to defeat, he immediately released a time domain. By predicting the time in the next few seconds, he could predict in advance how Chen Shang would attack. However, the old man couldn't see anything, because Chen Zhang's future was unpredictable, or it was very vague, he couldn't see through it. Also at this time, Chen Shang rushed over and punched the old man's head with a fist. The fist also flashed with lightning, and the punch directly cracked the old man's soul. This old man is a time cultivator. He is also experienced in many battles. He often encounters people who are stronger than him, but because he masters the power of time, he can always retreat, and he can even sway the opponent. However, now that he is facing Chen Shang, all the tricks are useless, and he is directly beaten until he can't find Bei. Do you want to die? Chen Shang grabbed the old man's throat and asked coldly. No, of course the old man didn't want to die, so he hurriedly struggled and roared. Then let me ask you, how did you contact the Temple of Time? Chen Shang asked. We are connected to the Temple of Time through this. The old man took out a disc and said, this is a space array. With the power of time, it can penetrate the space wall of the ancient purgatory. Chen Shang took it and handed it over to Sister Xiaojing to check. It's useful, Sister Xiaojing said. How much time is there for cultivator here? Chen Shang asked. I don't know, we were all sent in to perform tasks. The old man pleaded, brother, let me go. I promise not to eat those little things in the future. What mission do you have when you come in? Chen Shang asked. The main thing is to observe what's going on here. If there is a powerful force, we have to work together to disintegrate, and no major force is allowed to be born. The old man was also very uncomfortable when Chen Shang grabbed his throat. So are there any major forces appearing now? Chen Shang asked. Yes, there are a lot of forces, big and small. But we can't do anything about it, we can't disintegrate those forces at all. The Temple of Time is also very angry with us, so they haven't picked us up for a long time, and they haven't provided us with the life-extending elixir. Said the old man. Which is the most powerful force in Tianghu Purgatory? Chen Shang also wanted to know the situation of Tianghu Purgatory. I don't know, because those big forces are very low-key. At present, only Wan Zhoushan is very high-profile. By the way, there is also a very low-key girl country, but this is a new small group. The old man said. Okay, you can die. After Chen Shang finished speaking, he slammed the old man's abdomen with his palm, punched a big hole, and then shot out strong light from both eyes, killing the old man's soul directly. At this time, the cultivator had eaten the children of the Fruit Demon clan before, and he was not sincere to Chen Shang in his heart. When Chen Shang was talking to the old man just now, he kept his eyes open, and he could see that the old man held resentment and wanted to fight back at any time, so Chen Shang also killed the old man decisively. In this way, Chen Shang carried the old man's body back to the Fruit Demon clan, and returned to the tree hole. Patriarch Guo and Cao Dequan were both in the tree hole. They had been very anxious before, worried that Chen Shang would have an accident. When they saw Chen Shang coming back, they all breathed a sigh of relief. Do you know this guy? After Chen Shang came in, he slammed the old man's body on the ground. It's this old bastard, Patriarch Guo, who looked like a child, immediately recognized it and said angrily, "It's this old bastard, take away our 3 children. This guy is a time cultivator, and I killed him." Chen Shang said, "How many time cultivators are there nearby? I'll clean them up one by one." Patriarch Guo and Cao Dequan also reacted at this time. Chen Shang actually killed a time cultivator, and he was the kind with relatively strong strength. "Wait, is this guy really dead?" Cao Dequan said in surprise, and then went to rummage the old man's body. "His soul was erased by me." Chen Shang said, "It's already dead." "This, big brother Shen, how did you do it? You are too strong." Patriarch Guo opened his eyes wide, with admiration and disbelief in his eyes, looked at Chen Shang, and changed his name to Chen Shang as Big Brother Shen. "It's easy for me," Chen Shang said with a smile, "because I also master the power of time. It is not only the Temple of Time that can use the power of time. Although Chen Shang does not have many ways to use the power of time, the power of time he has mastered is very special. After passing the fate of Tianxuan, he can suppress the time power of the time cultivator. There should be other monks nearby, right?" Chen Shang said, "I'm going to kill them." "Brother Shen, thank you so much." Patriarch Guo hurriedly took out a dozen divine fruits from the storage artifact and placed them in front of Chen Shang. "This is..." Chen Shang didn't look at Shen Guo, but at Patriarch Guo's storage ring, because the refining technique was very familiar. It was Lu Munger's and the others' technique. "Brother Shen wants this. Give it." Patriarch Guo also handed it over very decisively, because he really thanked Chen Shang. No, I want to ask, where did this thing come from?" Chen Shang asked. "This is given by the girl of the Demon Soul Girl country," said the Patriarch Guo. "The Demon Soul Girl country will come to us from time to time to take some divine fruit. They say they will use it for alchemy. So they also gave us a lot of things." "So it is." Chen Shang nodded and said, "Patriarch Guo, I don't want your divine fruit either. I just hope that if there is a girl from the Demon Soul Girl country, can you help me introduce it to me? You can kill the monk of time. The girls of the Demon Soul Girl country will definitely be happy to see you." Patriarch Guo agreed immediately, and said, "Brother Shen, you must accept these divine fruits, which are the best in our clan. The divine fruit. After you eat it, it will be very useful." Many thanks to Patriarch Guo. Chen Shang knew that the Fruit Demon clan definitely did not lack divine fruit, so he accepted it. Chen Shang ate one on the spot, and only felt that his body was a little hot, because the energy contained in the divine fruit was too strong. This divine fruit is not only delicious, but the energy is also churning. Chen Shang immediately asked for a room, and then went in to refine the energy. He felt that if he ate more divine fruit, he might be able to cultivate a destiny. Chen Shang has been refining for a long time, and the whole person has become a lot of energy. The next thing he has to do is to hunt and kill the time cultivator. The time cultivators hiding in this star all want to catch the little fruit demons and eat them to prolong their life. They are all enemies of the Fruit Demon clan. Chen Shang was here anyway to wait for the girl from the Demon Soul Girl country to come, so he also killed the time cultivator by the way, and asked some useful information from the time cultivator by the way. The old man before gave Chen Shang a space array disc. Sister Xiaojing was researching at this time, and she planned to make a copy and use it to send a message to the world-defying universe. World-defying Dan God Chapter 5057, Purgatory is expanding. According to the clues provided by the Fruit Demon clan, Chen Shang went everywhere to kill the time cultivator, and in just a few days, the time cultivator in the demon fruit star was killed by Chen Shang and not much left. There are also a lot of time monks in this ancient purgatory, and they are also connected with each other. At this time, they all learned that a very powerful character appeared in Yaoguo Star and killed many time monks. Time cultivator didn't know what was going on. Although he wanted to find out what killed so many of them, he didn't have the time to investigate. Because over the years, there have never been so many monks killed so many times in a period of time, so they are all very afraid of Yaoguo Star. Time cultivators are very clear that they are not the strongest, and they only rely on the power of time to survive until now. In the ancient purgatory, there are many human beasts and monsters stronger than them. If they comprehend the method of restraining them, their living space will be further reduced. In addition to the time cultivator, Chen Shang also knew that there were people from Wanzhou Mountain here. Chen Shang now also understands that the Fruit Demon clan is actually very weak, and now they all rely on the enchantment protection provided by the female demon soul, otherwise they would have been wiped out long ago. The Fruit Demon clan was born after the Demon Soul Nation entered the Tiangu Purgatory, which means that the Demon Soul Nation has entered the Tiangu Purgatory for many years. Chen Shang asked the Patriarch Guo, but the Patriarch didn't know how long the Demon Soul Girl Nation existed. During the time of Yao Guoxing, the cultivators were killed by Chen Shang, and the rest had already fled and dared not come again. Because catching small fruit demons to eat is the easiest way to prolong life, Satime cultivator and Wanzhoshan will choose to come here, and they have succeeded many times before. Now that Chen Shang arrives, Yao Guo Star has become their nightmare. In the next few days, Chen Shang also killed many people from Wanzhou Mountain. They were all hiding in the forest and staring at some divine fruit in the forest. As long as they waited for the divine fruit to transform into human beings, they would take action. Because there are too many divine fruits in Yao Guoxing, although the Fruit Demon clan has sent people to stare at those divine fruits, in the face of various raids, they are simply unable to guard against them. As Chen Shang chased away the people of Wanzhou Mountain and the Time Cultivator, Yao Guoxing also ushered in a short and peaceful time. And Chen Shang also got many divine fruits. The divine fruit that the Fruit Demon clan gave to Chen Shang was the kind of divine fruit that failed to transform into a human being. As long as the divine fruit fails to transform human beings, there is no chance to transform it again, and these divine fruit are also of excellent quality. Chen Shang used it for alchemy, and also gave it to little sister Xiaojing. Later, he also discovered that Dai Yaozu could also eat it, and it would help to speed up her rebuilding. It has been 20 days since Chen Shang came to Yaoguo Star. He contacted Kalian many times during this period, but he did not get a response, which made him very worried. Sister Xiaojing also succeeded in imitating that kind of space array disk. Chen Shang sent a message to Aoshi Universe, and it also took a while to get a response. Mainly when it is transmitted, because the time is different, there will be many problems when it is transmitted in space. Chen Shang was resting in the tree hole, Patriarch Guo came to find him, and he was a little anxious. Although the Patriarch Guo looks like a child, his frowning face now makes him look quite mature. Patriarch Guo, what's wrong? Chen Shang asked. It stands to reason that the girls of the Demon Soul Girl country should have come to collect the divine fruit, but they haven't come yet. Said the Patriarch of the fruit, is there something wrong? Chen Shang couldn't get in touch with Kalian for a while, but now hearing Patriarch Guo say this, it is very likely that something went wrong. Is there any change in the space here? Chen Shang frowned. So they got lost when they came. Ah, but this has never happened for so many years. Patriarch Guo said with a worried look, Brother Shen, do you have any perception of the space here? The monster fruit star is very big, and this star itself can affect the space. It can make the space very stable. Chen Shang said, unless I stay away from the monster fruit star, I can only know the space situation of the heavenly ancient purgatory. Chen Shang used the space formation disk of the Time Cultivator to send news to the world-defining universe, but he didn't get a response. It is very likely that there is something wrong with the space of Tiangu Purgatory. It seems that I have to leave Yaoguoxing and go outside to explore the space of Tiangu Purgatory. Chen Shang said solemnly, Patriarch Guo, I will leave now. Patriarch Guo was somewhat reluctant, because with Chen Shang around, their Fruit Demon clan would be very safe. Although Chen Shang had to leave for a short period of time, he was going to fly out of the Demon Fruit Star. Patriarch Guo was very worried that after Chen Shang went out, he would not be able to come back. Don't worry, I'm just going out to have a look, I'll be back soon. Chen Shang said with a smile, besides, I'm going to wait for someone here too. He wants to wait for Kalian, and the women of the Demon Nation. Chen Shang used space power to travel through space, and he found that it was still very difficult to get out of the space domain of Yaoguo Star. After he was far away from the Demon Fruit Star, he looked at the vast heavenly ancient purgatory, still a fiery red. Brother, the space here is not right. Sister Xiaojing said, the space is getting bigger and expanding. That's right, it's no wonder that I can't pass the news to Kalian. Chen Shang said solemnly, the space of Tiangu Purgatory is expanding rapidly, creating huge spatial waves. Although Tiangu Purgatory looks very calm, and the big stars are not moving, but the space here is indeed expanding, and the Demon Fruit Star is rapidly moving away from them. Why is this happening? Sister Xiaojing was shocked. This expansion speed is amazing. The ancient purgatory is a very powerful space. Even if it wants to expand, it can't be so fast, right? There must be a process. Sister Xiaojing also masters the power of space, so she is still very sensitive to space. The space of Tianghu Purgatory itself is very strong, and it is also full of very strong pressure. At this time, the expansion was so rapid, but the pressure did not decrease at all, which made Chen Shang incomprehensible. There is a possibility. A voice came from the ring in Chen Zhang's hand. This was Da Yaozu talking. What's the possibility? Chen Shang asked. Tianghu Purgatory devoured a large universe, or a large space, said Daozu. However, the heavenly ancient purgatory itself is very huge. If it just swallows a universe, it is impossible to make the heavenly ancient purgatory expand so rapidly. Chen Shang shook his head. The ancient purgatory may have swallowed the ancient time and space. Daozu said again, if it is the ancient time and space, it is possible. What, isn't that the old nest of the Temple of Time? Chen Shang was surprised. It's been swallowed up now. There can be many Tianghu time and space. Don't forget, the Temple of Time has made a lot of troubles, and finally they are thrown into the ancient purgatory. Daozu said, it is very likely that one of the ancient time and space will be completely out of control. It's gone. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5058, Ultra Long Range. Chen Zhang's understanding of the ancient time and space was very vague before, and he didn't know whether it was a universe or a large space. And now that he has come into contact with the heavenly ancient purgatory, he also knows that the heavenly ancient time and space is an existence of the same level as the heavenly ancient purgatory. If there is an ancient time and space that is thrown into the ancient purgatory, then it may indeed cause the sudden expansion of the ancient purgatory. At the same time, this will also bring about a big question, that is, why was the ancient time and space abandoned? There must be a situation that the Temple of Time cannot control, so he was thrown into the ancient purgatory. This means that in the ancient purgatory, there will be a very terrifying force pouring into it. This is trouble. Damn Temple of Time, how much trouble have they made? Chen Shang remembered the Immortal War Profound Demon Pagoda. Even if it is a tower, as long as the Temple of Time participates in using a lot of time power, then a tower will grow to the point where it is almost out of control. Chen Shang thought back carefully, and felt that the Immortal War Profound Demon Pagoda was not out of control. It was because the Temple of Time had used the power of time excessively, causing too much chaos, and the Immortal War Profound Demon Pagoda just wanted to end it all. You grabbed a time cultivator and asked him before, didn't that guy say it? There are many powerful forces in Tianghu Purgatory, and they are very low-key. Daozu said. Those big forces are most likely the Temple of Time. Caused chaos. I'd better return to Yaoguo Star first. Chen Shang immediately returned to Yaoguo Star. All he could do now was to wait patiently for Kalian to arrive. The world-defying temple and the 100 Flowers Temple are now hidden, and Chen Shang can't pass the news in. It is very likely that they are trying to avoid being discovered. After all, there are too many powerful forces in Tianghu Purgatory, and they must hide it in a low-key manner. Therefore, there will be fewer people who are active outside, or even not active outside. The 100 Flowers Temple also walked around Kalian outside. Chen Shang returned to the Guo Yao tribe, and the Guo patriarch quickly asked the reason when he saw Chen Zhang's solemn expression. There has been a big change in the space of Tianghu Purgatory. Chen Shang said, the space is expanding rapidly. That is to say, the distances they have to fly are getting longer for those girls in the Demon Soul Girl country. If they fly fast, they won't be able to keep up with the sky. The speed of the expansion of the ancient purgatory space makes it impossible to come here. According to Chen Shang and Sister Xiaojing's previous observations, the space of Tianghu Purgatory expands very fast. If it is flying, it is difficult to keep up with the expansion speed. That is to say, as long as the people who fly to the Demon Fruit Star will not be able to reach it when the space of Tianghu Purgatory expands. Now no one knows when the Tianghu Purgatory will stop expanding. So, wouldn't it be difficult for the girls in the Demon Soul Girl country to return to their Demon Soul Star? Said Patriarch Guo. Yes, when they want to go back, the journey has become very long, and the journey will continue to grow. Chen Shang nodded. They will be floating in the space of Tianghu Purgatory for a long time. The same is true for Kalian. She can't perform space jumping now, so she can only fly. Like Chen Shang, the reason why he can travel through space is mainly because he can use the divine power of Tianxuan in space. He himself didn't quite understand why Tianxuan's space divine power had such a great effect. Chen Shang wants to contact Kalian as soon as possible. This can only be done through his own use of Tianxuan's spatial power, trying to find a way to enhance the penetrating power of spatial communication. Patriarch Guo, you are all safe now. Time Cultivator and Wan Zhoushan's ***** will not be able to come here in a short time. Chen Shang said. I have to do something, it may take a long time. Brother Shen, do you want to leave Yaoguo Star? Patriarch Guo was a little reluctant. No, I'll still be at the Demon Fruit Star, but I'm going to that wasteland. Chen Shang smiled and said, I'll find a way to contact my friends, and then try again to see if I can find the demon soul. The women of the women's country. Really, Brother Shen is really amazing. Patriarch Guo admired it even more. Then I'll go first. Use this connection. Chen Shang gave Patriarch Guo a space communication jade talisman, and then left the mountain forest. When he landed on Monster Fruit Star before, there was a very desolate loess. He tried there, and even if he made a big noise, it would not affect the Fruit Monster clan. After Chen Shang got away from the forest where the Fruit Demon clan was, he released the Divine Mirror of Six Paths, made the Divine Mirror of Six Paths become very large, and then landed on the ground, clinging to the earth. The Divine Mirror of Six Paths covers a radius of millions of miles, and it can be said that it covers a large area of the Demon Fruit Star. Then, he released the Immortal War Profound Demon Pagoda and placed it in the middle of the Six Paths Divine Mirror. He wants to absorb the energy of the Demon Fruit Star through the Six Path Mirror, and then use the space-time power inside the Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower to send a message to the outside world to contact Kalian. At the same time to sense the situation in the distant space, if someone moves in the space, the Six Paths Mirror can also sense it. You must know that the current Six-Path Magic Mirror is integrated with the Six-Path Magic Mirror, and the overall improvement has more than doubled. And the Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower, which has been infused with a lot of time and space power for many years, is also a very powerful artifact. Sister Jing, let's start. Chen Shang said. The Six Paths Divine Mirror can be said to be very skilled in extracting the energy of the stars. It can quickly extract the energy of the Yaoguo star, and then through the huge Shenzhen Xuanmo Tower in the middle, it sends out bursts of space waves. Chen Shang was at the top of the tower, using the space communication talisman to contact Kalian. After half an hour, he finally succeeded. Kai Lian, is your current condition okay? Chen Shang asked. Through the Six Paths Divine Mirror, he could locate Kai Lian's location. I knew you had a way to contact me. There is a big problem in Tianggu Purgatory. I can't go back to Baihuixing now, and I can't go to you. I also lost contact with Baihuixing. Kalian sighed. At the critical moment, you still have a way. Kalian also knew that the Tianggu Purgatory was expanding, and at the speed of her flight, she couldn't keep up with the expansion. Kai Lian, don't move, I'll take you over now. Chen Shang said. The process may be severe, you can bear with it, and don't resist. This can't be done, right? Opening the space channel in Tianggu Purgatory will be struck by lightning. Kalian said. It's okay, I won't be struck by lightning. Chen Shang stood on the top of the tall tower, looked at the fiery red sky of the ancient purgatory, and asked, are you ready? Come on. Kai Lian also gave up, trusting Chen Shang once. After all, she followed Chen Shang and saw that Chen Shang had created many miracles. Open. Chen Shang runs the Heavenly Jade Fate and Space Fate to urge the Six Paths Divine Mirror and the Immortal War Profound Demon Tower. Kalian was suspended in the void at this time, and suddenly felt a space fluctuation near her. Gradually, her surroundings began to vibrate violently, and then she was dragged into the vortex of space. Do you like this sight? Donate here. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5059, Kalian's Strong Soul. Chen Shang looked at the high-altitude distorted space and knew that Kalian was coming soon, and now was the most critical moment. Be careful, Daozu suddenly shouted. For some reason, violent thunder and lightning suddenly came from all directions, and they were bombarding the distorted space in the air. I can stand it. Chen Shang knew that this was the power of the law of the ancient purgatory. As long as he sensed that the space was being torn apart, there would be such power. He used Tianxuan's space power to travel through space before, because it was used on a relatively small scale, so he was not perceived. But now that he made such a big movement, it has been sensed by the power of the law of the ancient purgatory, so this kind of thunder and lightning appeared. Chen Shang used the Six Paths Divine Mirror to release a world-defying mountain and river map to divert all the thunder and lightning around him. At this time, a figure appeared at the space gate, and Kalian successfully arrived. Chen Shang immediately closed the space door, and the lightning around him disappeared. As soon as Kalian appeared, she saw the shocking scene below. There was a huge tower combined with a tree, and then there was a huge mirror with no boundaries. She immediately recognized it as the six-path divine mirror. When she saw Chen Shang at the top of the tower, she immediately landed. Kai Lian was dressed in white, and soon landed in front of Chen Shang. Seeing her beautiful and dreamy face, Chen Zhang's mind was immediately confused, which made him stunned. Kai Lian did not use any spiritual power to charm Chen Shang, but relying on her face shape, she was able to dream and bewilder. Back then, when she was the nine-colored Lotus Emperor and the Heavenly Mother Sage, she carefully polished such a face. After many years of adjustment, she had this effect. Just relying on her face can naturally make people fall. Of course, Chen Zhang's handsome face is not bad, but it is unstable. Sometimes it can really charm the girl, sometimes it will fail, and it will have the opposite effect. Kai Lian, finally seeing you again, you are still as beautiful as before. Chen Shang said with a smile after regaining his senses. Little villain, you've changed your mind about me. Kai Lian snorted softly. What? Chen Shang couldn't understand why Kalian said this when she saw him. You used to call me Leonor. Kai Lian's beautiful eyes were full of resentment. Don't you have three personalities? Your Leonor personality is not there. Chen Shang scratched his head. But I am Leonor. Kai Lian said, although I am Lian Di's personality now, I am greatly influenced by Leonor's personality. And Leonor's personality is always there. Leonor, I miss you so much. Before Chen Shang knew that Kalian was so strong, he deliberately kept his distance from her. I miss you too. Kai Lian chuckled softly. Chen Shang looked at her dreamy and blurred eyes, and immediately became very messy. He couldn't figure out whether it was Lian Di's personality that liked him or Leonor who liked him. After all, Kalian had three personalities, and he was only very close to Leonor's personality. Chen Zhang's heart was very complicated. Holding Kai Lian, he didn't know if Leonor's personality appeared. If it wasn't Leonor's personality, he wouldn't be able to kiss. If it was Lian Di's personality, it would be bad. I'm Leonor. Kai Lian whispered in Chen Zhang's arms. Chen Shang touched her tender eyes, and he was sure that this was Leonor. The reason why Leonor's personality is infatuated with Chen Shang is mainly because of the influence of Yu Zillion. Yu Zillion is Kalian's clone, and after their memories were synchronized, Leonor was greatly affected. You must know that the contact between Chen Shang and Yu Zillion is not as deep as that with Leonor. It's still my baby Leonor the best. Chen Shang giggled, then kissed her, and led her into a room inside the Immortal War Profound Demon Tower. Kalian traveled long distances in the ancient purgatory, and she had to rush to Chen Zhang's side, but she was actually very tired. At this time, when she finally saw Chen Shang, she was able to relax completely, immersed in her lover's tenderness and sweetness, and fell asleep. Little villain, you should be very clear that the current environment is not safe. The voice came from Daozu. Many beasts were attacked by surprise when they reproduced. Chen Shang and Kai Lian met again after a long absence. Of course the two were sweet. What's more, Chen Shang completely forgot that Daozu was on the side, as if she didn't exist. This also made Daozu annoyed. Aiya, Big Yaozu elder sister, you are still here. Chen Shang felt very embarrassed, and then looked at the dreamy beauty who was sleeping beside him. I've always been there. In the ancient purgatory, danger is always there. Daozu snorted coldly. Seeing as you have been apart for so many years, I didn't bother you. Thank you very much to Big Yaozu's sister for protecting us. Chen Shang laughed awkwardly, and now he is also communicating with Daozu with his divine sense. Daozu was also very angry. First, it was because Chen Shang was a big radish, and secondly, Chen Shang knew that she had turned into a ring, and he stayed awake all the time, yet he was still showing his affection in front of her for so long. Little bastard, tell me honestly. How far have you and my apprentice developed? Daozu asked very seriously. No, I have nothing with them, they are my senior sisters. Chen Shang also said seriously. Really, Meiji is a little interested in me, but well, maybe her character is like that. Are both Ling Shui and Xiao Yao from different heavens innocent of you? Daozu asked again. Really innocent, Chen Shang said. I really didn't do anything to them, and I've been helping them. Got it, said Daozu. Chen Shang was a little speechless, and he didn't know what this great Yao ancestor was thinking. Sister Daozu, don't worry. I won't do anything to them. To be honest, I can't afford to offend you and Xiao Yaozu. Chen Shang was really afraid of them. You two can treat me at any time. I don't dare to throw my bones into ashes. Fortunately, you didn't, said Daozu, otherwise, you would not have the chance to practice Yaoshan divine art. Ah, Chen Shang was very puzzled. You'll find out later. Daozu didn't say much, and changed the subject. This girl Kalian is very strong, her soul state is very strange. It's incomplete, but it is extremely powerful, not because of the incomplete soul. And weak. On the contrary, it is very strong. Her soul is indeed incomplete. She mainly practiced the exercises in her early years. She divided many souls to reincarnate and cultivated a large number of avatars. Later, she did not take back those avatars. After all, those avatars have independent personalities. Chen Shang said. So it is. Someone actually did this. I also conceived of this technique at the beginning, but I didn't try it. Daozu immediately respected Kalian. Kalian's Heavenly Mother's secret art of all ages was indeed very bold and whimsical, and then there was a big problem. Now it seems that she has completely solved all kinds of problems and has become stronger because of it. Chen Shang also planned to cultivate before, but then gave up, because he is not suitable for cultivation, but he can help Kalian to cultivate together, just need two people to cultivate together. With her help, I may be able to reshape my body faster. Daozu said, I don't know if she wants to. World Defying Dan God Chapter 5060, Doubtful Ghost. Chen Shang was very surprised, because Kalian had indeed reshaped her body before, and this great Yao ancestor could actually see this. Well, I'll talk to her, Chen Shang said. I'm afraid she will be jealous at that time. Jealous? What does this mean? Asked Daozu. That is to say, she might be unhappy because there is an extra woman by my side. Chen Shang curled his lips. A little villain like you, even if there are a few more women around her, she should be used to it. Daozu mocked Chen Shang slightly. Ha ha ha. Chen Shang smiled a few times to hide his embarrassment, and said, I'll ask her when she wakes up. In fact, Chen Shang still hopes that Big Yaozu can quickly reshape his body, then she can become stronger together with Little Yaozu, and then, become his tool man. Although Da Yaozu is a bit strong, she will definitely help Chen Shang. After all, it was Chen Shang who saved her. If it weren't for Chen Shang, Daozu would still be trapped in that space, and he still didn't know when he would be able to come out. Chen Shang also wanted to facilitate Kalian to help Dao Ancestor, because Kalian could fool Dao Ancestor into the 100 Flowers Temple. With such a strong person sitting in the 100 Flowers Temple, Chen Shang could be very relieved. Grand Yaozu didn't know what Chen Shang was thinking about, she was just curious how many women Chen Shang had harmed. Kai Lian slept until she woke up naturally. When she woke up, she lightly pinched Chen Shang next to her, and said coquettishly, Little bastard, I don't know how to hold someone to sleep. Leonor, I've been holding you, but now I have something to do. Chen Shang was holding a small cauldron in his hand, it was the world-defying divine furnace, and there was alchemy in it. Then I didn't bother you, did I? Kalian also knew that alchemy was very important to Chen Shang. She had heard many stories about Chen Zhang's alchemy in the 100 Flowers Temple, and she admired Chen Zhang's alchemy skills immensely. No, Chen Shang gently stroked Kalian's face, then he took out a divine fruit and handed it to Kalian. Here, this is a very delicious divine fruit. I remember this should be the Yaoguo star, right? This is the territory of the Demon Soul Girl Kingdom. Kalian suddenly remembered this and said, Where did your divine fruit come from? If you the divine fruit of the Fruit Demon clan, you will those who angered the female country of demon souls. It was given to me by the Fruit Monster clan. Chen Shang laughed and said, I and they are good friends. Their patriarchs call me Big Brother. Ah, why, it's hard to get acquainted with the Fruit Demon clan. Our 100 Flowers Temple has been trying to get in touch with them for many years, but we haven't been able to make it. They are very wary of the outside world. Kai Lian looked at Chen Shang in shock. The fruit came, those beautiful eyes were round and round. Because I helped them kill a lot of time cultivators and Wanzhou villains. Chen Shang helped Kai Lian straighten her long soft hair and said with a smile, I can take you to meet them. What, you killed the time cultivator? Are you driving them away, or killing them? They are very difficult to kill. Kalian frowned, you can't kill them, right? Leonor, you underestimate your man. Chen Shang giggled and said, I just killed them. I don't believe it. Kalian really didn't believe it, and then said, "This divine fruit is so good, I can't bear to eat it. I'll put it away first." She put it away and said again, "Little rascal, I want to change Sister Leondi to come up. She said that she has something to talk to you about." "Ah, can't you talk on behalf of her? You and her are the same." Chen Shang pouted. "It's different, I don't know what she's thinking. We just have the same memory, and most of the time our thoughts are independent of each other." Kalian smiled. "Don't be afraid. Sister Leondi and Sister Tianmu also like you very much. It's just that they are not good at expressing themselves. I don't believe it, when I communicate with them, I will feel pressure. Chen Shang only likes to be with Leonor. They are very clear about your memories of being with me, and they also have very clear feelings about your physical contact with me. So you are also theirs. If they don't recognize you, they can't let go of my personality at all. Get along with you," Kai Lian said with a smile. "Okay, I'll change Sister Liendi to come up." After she finished speaking, she still kissed Chen Shang mischievously. So when the Liendi personality came up, the two of them had already kissed each other, but Chen Shang didn't know it, he thought he was still kissing Leonor personality. "Almost got it," Kalian's voice entered Chen Zhang's mind, showing a little indifference. "Ah, it has become you." Chen Shang quickly released Kalian from his arms, looking very embarrassed. "Do you despise me?" Kai Lian rolled her eyes slightly. "Not really, I just feel that I'm not used to it, haha." Chen Shang scratched his head and smiled. "By the way, Leonor said that you have something important to tell me." "That's right, it's about the Demon Soul Girl country." Kalian took out a white dress and was about to put it on. "Let me help you. The material of this dress is very good. Is it made by Sister Munger and the others?" Chen Shang felt that it was necessary for him to be more intimate with this Liendi personality, so he also helped her dress and organize her clothes, but she did not refuse. "By the way, Leonor, you just said you wanted to talk about the Demon Soul Girl country." Chen Shang felt it was very strange, because the Queen of Demon Souls was Shen Junyi, and logically, she had a very good relationship with some women in the Hundred Flowers Temple. For example, Bai Junjun and Long Shuiyi, and Han Jingxuan, the master of Tianmu Palace, is her sister. "Shen Junyi, the Queen of Demon Souls, used to be your slave girl, right?" Kalian asked. "Yes, but the contract was terminated later. I have a good relationship with her." Chen Shang frowned and said, "Didn't you get in touch with her?" "I remember Palace Master Tianmu, that is, Han Jingxuan, Shuiyi and Bai Junjun. She has a great relationship." "Yes, Shuiyi and Junjun went to her many years ago, and then they never came back." Kalian said. "Jingxuan also went there once, but she was turned away. The Ghost Girl Kingdom later hidden, we haven't found where they are yet." "What, for many years? I will go to the Demon Soul Girl country to find out about this. Shuiyi and Junjun will be fine." Chen Zhang's face was serious, and he nodded. "By the way, everyone has regained their memories of you. They miss you so much. Damn little bastard, you are only here now." Kalian whispered. "I miss them too, I finally found this place." Chen Shang said, "It's just that there are some changes here. You said before that you killed the Time Cultivator, is that true?" Kalian asked seriously. "Leonor, I also want to prove it, but I'm sorry, all the cultivators in this time have died." Chen Shang sighed. "If I knew it earlier, I would have saved a few to open your eyes."